Welcome back, everyone, to the Barracks Boys podcast.
Welcome.
The X videos of podcasts.
Welcome to our fourth attempt at making a video.
Absolutely, only our first attempt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hosted by.
It's your boy Viking
and Upstate. And Dewey is absolutely 100% here.
Absolutely, he is here.
He is
also,
here.
I feel like it's weird to say because there's no way that someone's going to find this podcast before they find my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok at Dead Viking. Dead Viking Actual, if you aren't doing it already.
Down in the description below.
Down in the description below. Thank you very much.
And if you are enjoying this, like and subscribe.
Very much. I promise you.
Please.
Just I can't promise anything, but please.
We promise there will be more content.
Yeah,
it won't be good content.
We cannot promise the fucking validity and or like goodness of the content, but there will be more content.
There will be more content, and I'm just going to absolutely sip on this jug of Hawaiian punch.
Hell yeah. We are going to throw shit at the wall until it sticks. It's gonna take a lot of shit. But Daddy's been eating. You know what I mean? I almost got him to spit Hawaiian punch out of his nose.
And all over my computer, no less.
We apologize for the break in uploading. Not that anyone probably noticed.
But we have been on leave.
Yeah, everyone's taken holiday block leave, and I've been.
No, it wasn't holiday.
No. It's everyone's been taking a block leave schedule, and I stayed behind. Like an idiot and got put in charge of Charlie Battery for 2 weeks, so that's fucking... Well, Sergeant Reese was in charge, but...
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Yeah.
I will never call him Sergeant. I'm sorry. Not sorry. He don't deserve it, unless he does a rapid change. Shut up, phone.
Why is your phone beeping? I know no one texted you.
News notifications.
Well, that's the worst. I remember... I fucking woke up, and I was like, oh, I got a Snapchat, let me check it. And it was fucking Team Snapchat telling me about a new update, and I was so close to fucking murdering myself.
Oh god, I can't wait for Valentine's Day.
Oh my god.
Wake up, wait for it to get better.
Another fucking over-marginalized, overhyped, overpriced holiday.
Overcapitalized holiday that we have talked about on both previous episodes.
Now, fuck Valentine's Day, because I'm lonely. You know what's better than Valentine's Day? The day after Valentine's Day when all that candy, 75% off.
Hey, yeah.
And I sit in my shower with a bottle of bourbon and half off fucking candy, crying and listening to Juice WRLD. Like,
I still see your shadows and...
I'm not even gonna lie. Some sad boy music came on, I was in the shower. I had that loud ass speaker. It was before you came here. And I did that shit, you just kinda like lean your back against the wall, slide down until your legs collapse. Just staring
in the cubic foot of space that you have.
Yeah, my body's folded like laundry to just sit and kind of cry in the shower a little bit.
Just like...
Bro, there was this one time in Kuwait. I'm not going to say what led up to it because that's a bit too personal for me right now. Yeah, it ended up with me in the shower just crying for 2 hours.
Yeah.
In Kuwait.
I had a fucking LT in Kuwait. I was like beating the shit out of one of the fucking little concrete... What the fuck are they?
Seawalls.
Seawalls? Yeah, seawall, T-wall, whatever the fuck it was. The kind of shorter ones. I was just punching the shit out of it. And he was like, what's the issue? I said, nothing, sir. Everything is fine. And when I tell you he power walked away from me, I don't know if I look like some kind of fucking serial killer or what, but it was bad, bro.
Anyway, Sandman, me and Dave have already kind of landed on this as the starting discussion. Have you seen Avatar: The Way of Water, the new one?
No, but I watched the new Puss in Boots.
Okay.
I bought it. I've watched it 3 times.
Okay, do you care for spoilers in case they come up?
I don't care.
Okay. Avatar: The Way of Water, I know the year just started, but it's going to be a hard movie to beat in terms of visuals.
I will say, it was the most stunning... visually enthralling pile of shit I've ever had to fucking sit through for 3.5 goddamn hours. First of all, my family knows my standpoint on this fucking
shit. And I talked about it at the end.
We did. Fucking Jake Sully is a war criminal. He betrayed humanity, and he deserves to be fucking UCMJ'd and then shot. If I married like an ISIS general's daughter, would not be romantic. It'd be treason.
No.
It'd be treason.
No.
Yeah.
And I would get hunter-killer drone as I should. Like, I don't...
You just outside the compound taking a piss. What's that noise? An AGM 165 Maverick right to the face.
I don't know. It's like, it was really...
Actually, no, technically it'd be an AGM 114.
And I will say, it had a decent plot.
Yeah, the new one definitely had a bit of a better plot than
They
the first one.
stretched it out a lot longer. Like I feel like it definitely meandered towards.
There were definitely times where I'm like, has this visual sequence been going on for like 30 minutes?
Yeah, and it's like if I don't know. I would love to see an Avatar movie where they focused on like the biology, the ecology, like the animals, the plants, how that like.
I feel like they did that a bit more.
Well, I would say even like a movie before humanity came in, where you don't have that fucking ham-fisted plot attempt, where it's just this is Pandora.
All right, so this is gonna be my big thing about Avatar 2: The Way of Water. I understand that you're. I don't care about your fucking phone.
We know your
Dewey.
phone is broke. You do.
No, Dewey, give me your phone. We're taking away the ADHD fidget device.
We know you have brokey phone. You've been complaining about brokey phone all day.
All day.
All day.
All day.
It feels like
It
hours.
feels like hours.
I love you, Dewey. But you talk like Avatar 3 was to watch.
You mean Avatar 2?
Fucking yeah,
Avatar
whatever the
Last
fuck they're
Airbender.
on.
Anyway,
It felt like two movies. It
really did. But
Avatar Last Airbender.
shut up.
We're talking about the blue people.
We're talking about
The
Navusi.
Smurfs?
No, not the Navusi.
You look me dead in the eyes and you say, tell me with all honesty, if you had the chance, you would not clap.
Okay, question.
Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. He is not looking me in the eyes, audience.
Here's another question.
Okay.
How long do you think you have to be to touch the uterus?
First of all, you just said that.
I wish we had visual so you could see just the slow turn I did with him.
And the immediate turn of him giggling and laughing about the situation that we're having, and then the immediate turn,
Cold, violent rage.
cold violence.
Listen, I could see myself having relations with the Na'vi. However, I wouldn't betray my country and my race for it.
That's fair, but
if they're tall enough to wear me like a fanny pack, I might have to do it. Size difference is kind of a thing for me. You know what I mean? That's dap me up, crisp dap.
needed it to be crisp to actually get on the mic.
Oh, no, I guarantee you that sounds like a fucking flashbang going off of the mic. Like,
No. No, probably not.
probably not.
But I'm just more worried.
If you made it to episode 3 and you're still wearing headphones, you did it to yourself, honestly.
Well, I mean, to be fair, episode 2, you kind of needed headphones.
Yeah,
Because I went overly cautious on the mic, and it just sounds like we're having the conversation in another room. Like, there are some things that you just can't make out.
And it's funny because I'll sit there and I'll try to listen to our own podcast, but then it hits me like 20, 30 minutes in, like I'm doing that douchebag thing rappers do where they listen to their own music. Like, yeah, I was there for the convo, I don't gotta relive it, but like I want to check the quality of the podcast.
Yeah, that's kind of, like every time it actually goes live, I'll listen to it again as like I'm working on like a scale model and like just making sure like, alright, this is good so far, flashbang! Hey,
This is
shit
good so far, this is good so far. Whoa, re be upon you.
Hey, shit ass.
The goal of the Barracks Boys podcast is to get your hearing as bad as ours is.
Yeah. But anyway, so my biggest problem.
Also made me actually.
Can you shut up?
I love how it's like, man, Dewey never talks. Every time he talks, we just dog on him for like solid 15 minutes. We love you, Dewey.
We love you.
But please try better.
The adults are talking.
The adults are talking.
Bitch, I'm 20 now.
I would like to point out to the audience that he's sitting there twiddling his thumbs and tapping his feet on the ground like a 6-year-old. I would like to point that out right now. As you were saying, Mr. Upstate.
So, first of all, I will just say it again because I can, and it's because it's fucking true. The Way of Water, visually the best movie of 2023.
It was one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen, to be honest.
However, the instant they started to reintroduce humanity, and I understand movies have to have villains because plot and everything, There was nothing I wanted to do more as a member of the armed forces that watching those Marines just simply get up and leave. No one's gonna notice.
Do what you gotta do, my guy.
No one's gonna notice you leave.
And so, like, and another weird thing, right?
Because it's like watching it and you're just thinking to yourself, this is literally like how a 5-year-old imagines Marine Special Forces are like.
Or what was really fucking disappointing, to be real with you, was I didn't keep up a lot with like The Way of Water, like when it was coming, like the promotions.
Yeah.
What I thought it was gonna be, because I've only seen clips and stuff, was you have the forest-going Na'vi and the sea-dwelling Na'vi. I thought they were gonna be infighting because Jake Sully was an Avatar. And that would have been a badass.
That would have been a much better movie, in all honesty.
And then, it would have got to the concept of, like, family is who you choose, not blood. Like, yeah, he's not one of us, but he's one of us just like everyone else is. Yeah, that could have been fucking sick. But instead...
And then bringing back the Colonel and... Alright, I understand that humanity would come back. Because, honestly, if the shit on that planet is... Technically, Moon, actually. Is that valuable? Obviously, they would come back. Because it's all about that added money.
Yeah, no, it's all about the a milli, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but anyway.
Oh, that's another point we're gonna get to in a second. The money of the movie. I have a very good point that my mom and my sister-in-law are very angry at me for making.
But like the villainy of it all felt very, at least in a modern day of. You have villains that are evil, but there can also be very relatable. And, like, alright, I can at least understand his intentions and everything, and, like, I can overlook the villainy because it's also a good character.
Yeah.
Not a thing with those Marines. I'm sorry.
No, and...
Not a thing at all.
And I feel like if we weren't in the armed forces, we could have vibed with that movie more. But at the same time, it's like... Jarhead Marine, hoorah! Like literally, it's like giving chimpanzees fucking guns in that movie, and it sucks because the people who I'm not gonna say former Marines because I'll get beat to death.
Yeah,
but the
Sergeant Jaime will somehow find this.
The people who were in the Marine Corps and then transferred over to the Army, and I've had the privilege of working with.
Is it really a privilege to work with Sergeant Jaime?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's a murderer to all of you because you're not in his section. But I will say
Fair
right
enough.
now, right?
You made me laugh.
Like, working with these individuals, they are some of the deepest and most intrinsically interesting people I've met. And then I looked at the Marines in The Way of Water, and they were the most two-dimensional fucking devil dogs I've ever seen in my life. And it sucked calling them Marines because they weren't.
Because it's like... What immediately threw me off is, alright, we already know who the Colonel is, we already know how he acts, okay, fine, whatever.
I am low-key glad they brought the Colonel back, just because, god damn that man.
But it was watching
low-key hot, it's fine.
Watching them on the Venture-class starships, that's what they are, I've done research into those ships, underrated vessels in terms of, like, people going into them and how they work on YouTube and shit. He's giving them the op brief. And there's literally just a dude in there, wife beater, curling.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh my god!
It's like the most ham-fisted attempt at trying to portray armed forces personnel.
Whoever decided, like, alright, you do this, you do that because you're Oorah Marines, have never met a real member of the armed forces.
Goddamn right! Ain't no fucking way.
They think we are the monsters we wish we were. Let's be honest.
It's like, and I understand the whole meme of be the American soldier that China thinks you are, but at the same time, like, God, they could have made those characters so much better. It was weird because like I looked at these characters like, oh, each one of these Marines has like different designs to them. Some have tattoos that have meaning.
It's like they actually look like they could be individuals, and then no.
Yeah, it's like these look like these could be really cool individual characters, and then they all died like bitches.
Yeah.
As soon as the first fight happened, like 3 of the fucking Marines went down immediately.
I don't know anything about the new movie, but listen to this, right? All these movies portray the armed forces as 6 foot tall, buff motherfuckers. I am 5'7". Literally
this is a very fair point.
This is a very fair point.
It's like whenever
I am 6 foot tall, 6 foot tall and a quarter inch on a good day with boots, and I'm one of the taller people that I know in this job.
I am 5'11", and I have the most dad bod looking body ever.
You still run them rounds though.
Not really. You should have seen me during some of those fire missions. I'm gonna keep it real.
No, they're disappointing. Okay, so I will say, right, I understand the point. Like, okay, these are supposed to be like Marine, like SOFCOM special force, like tactical hoorah.
Yeah, Marine recon.
Fucking yeah, some like absolute fucking like Reaper squad, like the Marine Reapers or some shit. Why did they all immediately die to like one person with a bow? And I saw like 3 of them flag each other immediately.
Oh yeah,
shit went off.
Zero, all the flagging, 0 trigger discipline.
Yeah, it's like zero trigger discipline. They weren't setting up cordons properly. It's like me and my chuckle fuck friends with BB guns could have stood a better chance against that fucking woman than those Marines did.
I'm hearing like some over from the fucking headphones, so I'm just gonna put them behind my hockey bag.
Excellent. If you guys are hearing a whole lot of wee, it's the voices and they're getting loud again. I'd listen to everything they tell you to do.
One of them's French for some reason, and I don't even know French.
One of them's French. Oh my goodness.
The fuck are you doing?
Speaking of French,
but like
one little tiny sidebar. If you haven't seen Hamilton, watch it. I have been hyper fixating like a little goblin on Hamilton.
You theater kid.
Yeah.
You fucking theater kid.
It wasn't a phase, but I really wish it was, because this theater kid shit is not doing well in my 20s.
I just find it funny how I can legit just go around and look at people years from like, because my brother grew up doing theater, and now years later to now, I can just look at someone and go, "You were a fucking theater kid."
Well, better a theater kid than a band kid.
I don't know. People that can play the trumpet, they can get bitches at times.
Have you got a single bitch in your entire life?
I was never a band kid.
You look like a band kid.
I was not.
You look like either band or choir.
I cannot sing for shit.
You were a choir kid?
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
No, you were just a quiet kid.
You look like a choir kid, and you kind of act like one too. You're like the cringy kind of like T-pose is funny choir kid.
I did it 1 year.
That's all it took. 1 year.
Takes.
Look at how they massacred my boy. Shut up, Frau!
Yeah, please mute your phone.
Who's fucking texting me? Go away. What does this do?
For all of those wondering, Dewey just T-posed.
Back to Avatar.
Back to Avatar. And side thing that I just realized, with a lot of these military movies as well, unless it's actually truly based on like a real story, the ranking structure is all wrong.
Yeah.
Like, they are a fire team of special forces. I can understand someone higher than a lieutenant leading them for obvious reasons, making sure that your officer is more qualified for the special forces and all that shit.
Right.
You wouldn't have a full bird colonel doing that.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Well, the idea would be...
Think about it. A full bird colonel is now an army brigade commander. A brigade is something like 5,400 people.
Well, okay. I would play devil's advocate a tiny bit and be like, well, to understand that that's not a full bird colonel.
No, he is.
No, that is a meat suit that they plugged the memories of a colonel into to give an edge in an environment that colonel lived, fought, and died in.
I guess, but even then, why was that colonel there for the first movie?
Oh no, I'm not defending Avatar 1. Avatar 1 was fucking doo-doo butt. We're defending Avatar 2 because it's new and topical. Thank you very much.
It's new and topical and a very stunningly visual movie.
The only thing I remember about Avatar 1 is Jake Sully fucking abandoned America for Coochie. He abandoned the world for Coochie.
Yeah.
Also, weird like tree moment where they're like, wow.
Yeah, I remember key moments. I remember that like the Thanator is the coolest motherfucker to ever live on Pandora, and I want one.
Yeah, I'm looking at like all those creatures. Like, especially, like, the fucking sea dolphin one, whatever it is, in the new one. And I'm like, James Cameron, why you gotta make me want to have one as a puppy dog?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
also at the same time, I want to know... It's gonna sound fucked up. You know the cute little plesiosaur ones? I want to know what they taste like. Like, if I fucking butchered one, cooked it, and ate it, would it be good?
I feel like it's dolphin. It's dolphin by any other name. It has to be. I don't know. It might also because of like how they were meant to feel as an Earth equivalent, but at the same time, I'm like, get some salt. We having dolphin tonight.
Like, listen, bro. Sea salt, thyme, butter, lemon. That bitch gonna go down scrumptious. Speaking of butchering the local wildlife of Pandora, those whale things that are supposed, they're like people but with flippers. If I can get $18 billion from the juice inside one's head, I would hunt the fuck out of it. I would be Captain Ahab on those oceans.
So I actually shut the fuck up, Dewey. we love you, but shut up.
Fuck you, you Jew-ass bitch.
Well, that's gonna get us demonetized.
It's not like we are anyway.
It's fine.
It's fine. This is fine. So, you obviously know that I am a hardcore sci-fi writer.
Yeah.
I might not finish my writings.
Yeah, no, like I'm a hardcore horror / fantasy writer.
But anyway,
I ain't wrote a damn book in my life, you know what I mean?
But it's always been interesting to me of like, so you obviously have two creatures to evolve to fit one ecological system.
Yeah.
Humans evolved and could basically evolve to any environment. The only environment we cannot evolve to is being flight capable and staying in water for extended amount of time. We can swim, but it's not like we can stay there for like a very extended period of time without a boat to like rest on.
Yeah, we're not spending like weeks at sea to fish and
not even like a day or two just in the water naturally.
Yeah.
So it has always been an amazing concept to me to having at least a sentient creature being stuck within one ecological sphere on a planet, but because it can't fit within another sentient creature arises to its environment. Like how a lot of people legit think that whales and dolphins actually could possibly be truly sentient. So
I've seen some weird shit, bro. Like I fully believe that like if they're not sentient, they're damn close, bro.
Yeah,
like if an
so
animal is capable
exploring that in a sci-fi environment is not only something I've always wanted to do, but seeing it in Avatar and to an extent work really well, in my opinion, makes me want to do it even more. Because I love reading about the future NASA missions to like Titan, Enceladus, Io, and everything, where where the situations on these moons are actually might harvest environments beneath miles of ice to have life grow. And having these moons be around for this long, meaning that life has that long to evolve.
You can't see, but I'm nodding.
Possible sentience. Like there's a movie. I think it's Project Europa. A group of scientists go on a mission to Saturn's moon Europa. It's either Saturn or Jupiter, one of the two. And Europa is one of those ice moons that deep beneath miles of ice, it's thought that tidal forces going around the planet heat it up enough inside to make it warm enough for life. So they're there to try and see, is there life on Europa, basically. And so having concepts of life truly evolving to different environmental standards than we're used to is something that I've always been very interested in. Like on guard out in Syria, I always listened to this book, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, same dude that wrote The Martian and, if you know it, Artemis. And the main character in that novel, Dr. Ryland Grace, his whole thing was he was a microbiologist trying to study what alien life could evolve like, and he was said that it did not require water, and I'm also in that same boat. Because Earth life as we know it needs water. Everything that we have found so far has needed water in some way, shape, or form. But that does not immediately necessarily mean alien life does.
Right.
Because you look at planets like Venus, so-called Earth's sister, even though it's an absolute fucking hellscape. There is zero fucking water on that planet.
Hellscape for us, right?
Yeah, hellscape for us. It's fucking like 450 degrees Celsius on a cool day. The atmosphere is
I don't speak non-freedom units. What is that roughly in Fahrenheit?
Yes.
Just enough to where we're gonna die. Like.
Yeah, and the pressure is so great that if you go outside without a pressure suit, grape.
God, oh my God, there was, I can't remember, I think it was one of fucking Saturn's moons or whatever, but there's one where the way, like, the gas in the air or the gravity, whatever works,
Probably Titan.
You would be able
to fly
like Icarus.
Yeah, I believe
that is such a, oh my God.
Yeah, Titan. It's definitely Titan.
That's just a little fucking nerd out moment for me. Just knowing that there's a place where if I could breathe and I had these Icarus type wax wings, I could simply kick up my feet and fly.
Yeah.
Space is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Also scary though.
Very scary. Damn nature, you scary.
Yeah, damn nature,
you scary.
You scary bitch.
But like watching Avatar, it just like kicked so many more ideas that I've always wanted to explore in my writing and creating, of like all these fucking insane concepts of like how alien life could evolve and adapt, and also seeing the fucking Venture Star class starships. I'ma say it, got me horny. Because goddamn.
Well, that's like, did you hear the fucking like the what's it fucking called? The little theory, that's the word, theory. That like all the Rule 34 government vehicles turned into like anime waifus is a fucking military funded psyop
to try and get people
to join the military. Like, I can see it.
I would not be surprised.
I mean,
ain't gonna stop me from looking at it though.
There is declassified CIA documents saying that in like the Philippines they staged a vampire attack to keep the rebels off this specific mountainside, and it's like, if the CIA can do that, can like pretend to be vampires and get away with it, like, you know, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. The blood of tyrants will water the tree of liberty. Dude,
that was hard as fuck. Did you come up with that?
No. Do you know who did?
No.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's hard as fuck. Okay,
yeah.
Bet.
Do with that saying as you will. I'm not saying that you should, but do with that information that you will.
We had a topic. Pandora! Everything that eats, swims, shits, or crawls in the mud wants to pluck your eyes out and eat them for juju. I'm sorry, the Colonel's fucking cool.
Yeah, no, like...
Call me a villain, but he's fucking badass, and I would follow him.
But, like, watching those ships fucking land and just go, whoa.
Just scorch everything. Whoa, America be upon you.
But the funniest thing about that is, no one talks about the actual long-term implications of that, because it's like, okay, yeah, thruster go whoosh, forest fire be upon you and everything. Those are nuclear fusion-powered ion engines. I don't think you want to set up base right there, bro.
It'll be alright.
It's just like when you go to Onondaga Lake in central New York. Before you even get out of the car, the Geiger counter's already ticking.
Listen, man. If I come out with another eye, maybe I'll see better. Who knows? I will fuck around and find out just to try and get superpowers. Like, I don't know.
The pasta.
What about the pasta?
That part was not cooked at all.
Oh, no! Okay, so I have one pot. And the pasta
that was just all just glued together like fucking plywood and was not cooked all the way through.
This man just ate a Damascus billet of fucking pasta. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I like my pasta more al dente regardless. But that was a bit more than more al dente.
Crunch.
No, it wasn't to the point of crunch, but it was definitely to the point of, oh yeah, this is dense.
I fixed my phone.
Nobody cares.
I care, Sanders.
Do you, Dave? Or are you just saying that to make him feel better and look better in front of the mic?
No, I genuinely care that his phone works. That way I can text him and be like, Sanders, my son, I'm hungover and need one of the 3 Gatorades in your fridge, please. My strength is failing.
I'm now refusing to drink Gatorade. I told you last night why. But ever since 2014, Gatorade has been labeled as a seafood by the FDA, meaning that they're allowed to have an acceptable level of mercury in it.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Yeah.
That reminds me of, like, when people...
What about Powerade?
I don't know.
Owned by the same company, I'm pretty sure, aren't they?
No.
At the end of the day, they probably are, because those companies, even though they might be separate, might be owned by a higher company.
Yeah,
it's all run by Disney at this point.
Oh man, that whole Gatorade being a seafood reminds me. You guys remember when people were getting like Cinnamon Toast Crunch with shrimp tails in it? And it's like, what? Yeah, so there's people who are getting like, hey, so my homeboy almost fucking died of allergies eating like Kellogg brand cereal. And then they dumped out the rest of the box and there was like Cinnamon Toast shrimp tails in there. And I'm sure it was just some kind of like shipping malpractice or like baking malpractice or whatever. It's like, why is there shrimp in my cereal? What down the series of events led to there being seafood at a cereal factory? Like,
I want to know one thing though. That good? Was it bussin'?
listen, man, I like me some shrimps, but this man fucking these noodles up, bro. Did y'all hear him slurping? That was crazy. Yeah, no, I guarantee you, it probably tastes good until you know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the time I ate raccoon. It was good. And then I was like, damn, this tastes good. It's just kind of different. What is it? And they're like, oh, that's raccoon. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that chicken over in Syria.
Oh, there's no fucking way.
I did not see a single chicken the entire time I was up there.
I saw, they had chickens in Green Village. Now, sometimes the chicken was a weird color, but I never questioned it. Like,
I'm gonna keep it real. I went when they were unloading the trucks at times to the market. I did not see a single goddamn thing of chicken come out of that truck. That was not chicken in those sandwiches. I don't know what it was.
But it was best not to ask questions, lad.
Yeah. New topic. I don't want to pull up the random topic generator.
We might have to, but I'll also bring up another point about Avatar.
Another point about Avatar.
So the ore that they were mining originally.
Yeah,
right?
unobtainium.
Yeah, unobtainium.
I'm not going to say it's a stupid name, because in legit military documents, or like general design documents, if there's a standard that's needed to be met by a material to possibly make a design, but that material doesn't exist yet, it will at a very lot of times be called, just as a placeholder, unobtainium. So unobtainium is not a stupid name, at least from a design perspective, in my opinion.
I will say though, like, the amount of fucking money it took to get those ships to Pandora and to set up operations, and like, I'm imagining maintenance is a big thing on Pandora because the atmosphere difference is gonna like corrode certain materials or whatever. That material has to be worth so fucking much just to be worth it to send human lives to that hostile ass planet.
So, I have not seen Avatar 1 in a very good while, and I have not looked in as much into I can't remember off the top of my head basically more of it. But if I remember, the reason why Pandora is so much more toxic to people than it is anything else really is obviously its atmosphere, and that's because its atmosphere is more primarily carbon dioxide. I could be wrong, but that's from what I remember, and what causes rusting is oxidization, i.e. oxygen reacting with certain materials. So maintenance might actually be easier on Pandora.
What did you just send me, Sanders? I just got a weird link that leads to some sort of website.
I'm trying to win a computer.
You're trying to win a computer? Sanders. If you just sent me an internet scam, Sanders?
No, it's from Glitch Energy.
Let me see. Let me see your phone, Sanders. Diverting audience, apologies.
Yeah, sorry audience. I'm getting sketchy links from the man across the room. Sanders, I'm not gonna drink glitch energy. I don't want it.
You can get a year's supply of it.
Oh, a year's... Oh boy, a year's supply of a pre-workout that I don't use.
It's a $5,660 computer.
First of all, if I'm gonna drink any fucking YouTube-sponsored drink...
Gamerfart 9000.
It's going to be Gamer Subs.
Yeah. Guacamole Gamer Fuel 9000. Shout out to...
What's the one that fucking Schlatt bought? Was it G Fuel or was it Gamer Subs?
Gamer Subs.
Yeah, then I'm buying Gamer Subs, bro. We stay loyal to the big guy on this channel. Thank you very much. Also, it's really funny. For how much TikTok hates Schlatt for some reason, they use a lot of his audios. Like, there he is. That's my favorite white boy. That's Schlatt. You know, and that popped up, and it was like, oh, Schlatt's such a horrible guy. Then why are you using his TikTok audios? Also, why is he a horrible guy? I watched what it was.
They will always call them an anti-Semite or a horrible guy, but they will never call them a liar.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Well, that's like, I was watching, I fall asleep to this video more often than I'd like to admit, just because it's really relaxing. He did this video where, you know Truck Simulator? Well, he has a rig, like a steering wheel and everything, right? And he'll drink.
I'm gonna keep it real.
He'll drink and drive while I talk to the chat, and it's really relaxing. But there's this specific scene where there's a real sharp turn. He's like, we're gonna hit this turn real quick, and I looked away from my computer and from my phone. I looked back, and he was like rolling down the hill. But I was like, oh no, big guy.
I'm gonna keep it.
What's it look like?
Yeah,
that looks so much fucking better than it has been the last couple days.
But anyway, so I don't know how to drive. Big shocker there. But I bought Truck Simulator, or at least got the demo, because I legit wanted to get better at driving, but then I realized I don't have pedals and a wheel, which is like the whole point of me trying to get better at driving, because the pedals on cars feel 0 to 1,000 in a fucking nanosecond. I'm sorry. I don't know how people drive. I'm gonna keep it real. Flying is fun. Flying is fun and easy. I'm gonna keep it real. I feel so much comfortable behind the controls of an aircraft going at Mach Jesus
Listen, I'll tell you right now.
than I do behind the wheel of a car.
I'll tell you right now. Flight simulator games are fun. I guarantee you the moment you put me in an actual cockpit, I will hit the ground harder than the meteorite that killed the fucking dinosaurs. Because my issue is never getting the plane off the ground in those games.
It's getting down.
It's getting down. Because I'm always like, okay, landing gears out, take it real slow, and everything's in the green, and then I just detonate. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong.
So what probably happens is you're probably stalling out, which means you're probably slowing down too much. Basically, I'm gonna do a visual demonstration for Dave. So sorry you are missing out on this amazing puppeteering, audience. Basically, you want to come in landing like this, nice and smooth and everything.
Yeah,
what's probably happening is you're doing this.
Listen, we touch ground, we're safe. It's like when you're playing tag and you touch home base. You can't get tagged on home base. That's how that works, right? No, it is probably me coming in at fucking Mach 1 and then cutting my engine entirely and then fucking forward nose tipping into the ground like a lawn dart.
So I've unlocked a new aircraft in War Thunder, one I've been wanting to get for a while, the F-104 Starfighter, and it has a top speed of, yes, it's the one you got to fly.
Oh, that was so fun.
The needle.
That was so fun.
The long dart.
And man, my pilot was a fucking champion. Because I was G'ing out I'd be like, okay, we're going pretty fast. Slight turn, unconscious. Like, I just threw this man's brain into the side of his skull so fucking fast.
But like, that thing is just so fun to fly because it goes up against aircraft that have such modern missiles and can outturn it in everything, and they have countermeasures. Your literal only defense is that you can outrun shit. Like, I've just been in games, and it's just like, oh, I see this other starfighter coming at me. Afterburner on, straight line ahead, speed, Mach 1.5, and I'm just like, yeah. And then it's like, I just like hear like the sound of like a missile getting launched from like 2 kilometers away. I look behind me, and I just see the missile barely keeping speed with my aircraft, and I'm just like, it's just that scene from fucking Jurassic Park with Jeff Goldblum.
Must go faster.
You must go faster. Like, literally, I remember the first time it happened, I, like, heard, like, something like an extra rocket, basically, right next to my plane. I'm like, what the fuck's that noise? And so I go into free look behind me, and there's just a fucking AIM-9 missile 5 feet from my aircraft, and I'm like, oh!
Oh, man. But, also, devs of that game, you're a fucking coward for taking away my ability to lawn dart into a ground vehicle.
It happened too much. I basically played War Thunder since it came out. I know, I'm not good. How long have you been playing this game? For 12 years. Oh, so you must be good, right?
I was like, people ask me, oh, hey, Dave, how long have you been playing D&D? Oh, like 6 years or so. Oh, you've been DMing? Yeah, on and off. Oh, so you're good at it? No. I haven't kept a DM note in months. It's all just been in my head.
Why did you say sexy goblin encircled 3 times?
So they're like, hey, who's that fucking person we met 3 towns ago who's like, we thought would be important to the plot? Like, fuck me, dude. Jimothy Smithy. I don't fucking remember. You fuckers bounce towns like fucking people change clothes. You want me to remember the fucking random tavern keep who said he knew something about this town? Fuck you, dude. Like, I'm not Brandon Lee Mulligan. I'm not fucking Matthew Mercer. I'm just a guy. Alright?
But like,
don't ask me about the lore that I don't know.
But it's just so fun playing that aircraft because it's just, you don't want to fight someone, just go the other way. It really is just that simple.
Oh, the funniest shit was when we were in that fucking bomber. You're like, we're out of ammo, out of fuel, about to fucking die. You need to hit someone before we die.
No, so, context. To anyone that plays War Thunder, I was in the Finnish Ju-88. And I just bombed the bases. And Dave is going absolute autism right after that. He's like, I just want you to see someone get fucking rammed by this thing. So I'm like, alright, fine, fuck it, I have free repairs on this. So I dive on an enemy bomber at full throttle, and we just barely nick him with our wingtips, and then the match ends before I can come back around.
We barely fucking kiss him with the wings, and I know everyone in that crew shat themselves immediately.
Which is it's also funny because we probably came in from his blind spot, so he didn't see us. So he just saw this fucking.
My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Bro, that trend is my favorite, and I'm sad that it died on TikTok. Or at the very least, I'm not seeing them anymore because it's so good. I will never let that die. I saw this TikTok of this dude. He had this like pile of leaves. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna burn them." I've made this mistake. I've made this mistake in person. I don't know what it is about a pile of leaves. If it's the gases from decomposing, you light one leaf, it just fucking explodes.
Because what probably happens is there's air in between the leaves, and the fire heats that air up. When air gets hot, it likes to expand. And leaves are not exactly heavy.
Right.
So that air can expand really well with very little resistance.
We had this fucking like line of leaves that we raked up at my homie's house. And I was like, oh, I'll take care of this. So I went up and I had a cigarette in my mouth. And I bent down and lit it with my cigarette. And I pulled away just in time to not get the Hound from Game of Thrones treatment. As it just, yay! And I was like, oh my fucking god, I didn't know that leaves did that.
Yeah.
Fucking terrifying, man.
New topic.
Try to find a new topic.
I'm trying to think of
We've become dependent on the fucking random gent. Pull it up. Pull up the random gent.
No, actually I can.
How long have we been recording?
43 minutes. Almost 44.
And we do what, hour and a half episodes?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to bullshit this for about
I can talk about my vacation.
Yeah, we can talk about your vacation.
Yeah, make it all about me instead of Dave just rambling for the entire episode like he normally does.
I love rambling, and no one stops me.
I mean, to be fair, I did go on a 20-minute tangent about sci-fi bullshit.
Sci-fi and War Thunder.
War Thunder.
War Thunder. Yeah, you know what? we'll talk about your nice, relaxing vacation, and then we'll talk about my fucking struggles
for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and like as a frame of reference, I haven't had an actual like proper like, oh, we're just gonna go somewhere and do shit vacation since like 2014.
Right.
It's been a minute because my family was what you say poor.
My family was moneyant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we money weren't. And so what I did is went out to New England to visit family and hit a bunch of military museums, for I am what you call maidenless. And I will get back to that of me being maidenless later, because it legit came up during vacation.
Did it?
I'm just gonna say right now, it took every single ounce of energy and strength in my soul to just not kill myself.
Oh.
So, whatever you're thinking, it's worse.
God, quick sidebar, because we're just bullshitting for view time. So I hate it because it's coming up on Valentine's Day, and I'm starting to see more like, oh my goodness, me and my boyfriend, or me and my partner.
Yeah.
But look what my partner bought me out of the blue. Oh, my partner surprised me with fucking chicken nuggets, and I'm over here with a fucking Glock in my mouth, like, oh, please. And I'm not gonna go into detail, but there is a very, very amazing person that I have been chatting with online for a while, you know.
I'm air quoting right now. Audience.
You know, just a couple of silly guys. But it's one of those weird things where oftentimes, nothing against him, I mean, it's a shitty situation. There's been a lot of times where I felt the pain of being alone. And I felt it hard.
That man has it go away?
It is of course he does. Every time we're on the phone, I see color for the first time. And that's all very, like, it's all very, like, gushy and fucking gay to say, but, like, when I laugh with him...
Faggot.
You're not wrong. But it's like, when I laugh with him, I feel like I'm laughing genuinely for the first time in years. And it's like, it's beautiful, but as a man who's felt the pain of being alone, it is so much more painful.
Because you know what can come after that.
Well, no, it's so much more painful now. Because I
can know what it be.
I have what I want. I have everything I would ever want. But it's so far away. And the idea that, yeah, I'll text and then go to bed, but knowing that I'm not going to wake up next to this person, like, if I can choose between dreaming of this person forever or waking up without him, I'd rather stay dreaming. You know what I mean? That was a really sad kind of topic to get into. Sad boy hours for sure. Juice WRLD's playing in the background when I shower tonight. But, just... What's worse? To die in a desert of no water and not know where water is, or to die of a desert knowing that water is just out of your reach? But I'm saying they because I don't want to give away hints. This very, very special person will hopefully be within visiting distance soon. And not to be a sad boy about it, but if this doesn't work out, I don't got much left in the tank, bro. It's definitely...
Here's what you were asking for.
It's one of those things where it's like...
Stewie just played the boys meme for Dave.
It's one of those things where I have had my heart handed to people as a gift and had it mulched so many times, I give this person the fractured remains, and for the first time, I feel safe doing so. If this goes wrong, there's going to be a problem.
Just remember, I'm just one door down, bro. Just one door down.
Yeah, so you'll hear the gunshot. No! I'm kidding. I'm very much kidding.
I hope you reach out for me just for me to ignore you.
I hope your day gets worse.
I want to be at your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome.
God, we will never be as funny as them, and that
hurts.
It hurts. It hurts knowing that, like,
but at the same
Grizzy was 19 when he started YouTube, and now he's so much more successful, so much more funny.
17.
Yeah, just young as fuck, right?
He dropped out.
Yeah, no, he dropped out of high school, started YouTube, right?
No,
I told my parents that I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and they beat me. Like, you'll never make money playing video games. Look at Markiplier!
Yeah,
look at him!
Yeah, to all of the teachers, look to all the teachers out there in the world telling their students they cannot make a job playing video games. You are just straight fucking wrong, and you should be put in prison for lying to children.
Like, I could have started a YouTube channel so long ago. For like,
yeah, like imagine if we tried to start this when I first got to the unit.
100%.
But anyway,
but no,
to my vacation.
Yeah, to your vacation. We're talking about sad boy hours, and I got real sad.
Yeah,
just know, it's better to never have than to have, and then it get violently ripped away from you over and over and over.
As someone who's never have, okay.
Okay.
So, I went to New England to visit family and museums and all that shit.
This motherfucker did something stupid twice.
Yes, very, very stupid. I'm pretty sure it took 5 years off my life.
A piece.
A piece. So, originally, we get there Sunday, and we go visit my 93-year-old grandmother on Monday, and I show up in my pinks and greens. That's why I wanted to really get them done and everything. Because, I haven't seen her in years. Tuesday, we're like, okay, what are we going to do on Tuesday? We had all these ideas, all these museums. Every time we looked at the schedule of these places, they are all closed on Tuesdays. When I say the entirety of New England...
That's such a weird day to be closed on.
When I tell you the entirety of New England is closed on Tuesdays, it is the entirety of New England. Doesn't matter what it is, what type of museum it is, doesn't matter what type of art gallery it is. If it exists in New England, it's closed on Tuesdays. So we said, fuck it. We just went to Fort Independence, looked around the outside because we couldn't go on the inside because it was Tuesday. We then went to Dorchester Heights, which is basically... If you remember from AIT when they told you about bringing cannons from Fort Saratoga to Boston, do you remember that from AIT, the end of AIT?
I want you to look me in my eyes and understand.
There's not a thought in that brain.
I have forgotten what I ate today.
Yeah, understand.
Someone asked me if I ate today, and I had to sit there and think. I did Blue's Clues context. It's well, there's 2 Jimmy Dean breakfast wrappers that. Yes, I ate today. When I tell you, we fucked that up so bad.
We fucked that up so bad.
When I tell you, someone asked me if I drank water recently, and I immediately was like, I think I had a soup bowl full of water the other day. I am not a functioning human being, Adam. No, I don't remember the one-off story from AIT.
Okay. Well, Dorchester Heights is where they brought the cannons, and they just looked down at the British and were like, we got many guns. Leave Boston, and the British were like, oh.
I think they sang about that in Hamilton. Were they French guns?
I don't remember exactly who made them. They were possibly French.
I just remember in Hamilton, the French character did a really cool rap about how he was going to go to France, come back with ships, fuck up the British.
No, they weren't the French guns. No. And that was Marquis de Lafayette.
Bro. The actor that plays Lafayette, bro.
No horny.
It's not horny, it's just...
And so that's what we did on Tuesday. Wednesday, we went to the American Heritage Museum, which I've already talked at length about. I was in absolute pig heaven. I have no idea how I left that place by my own will and accord.
Then drag him out. You have the right to remain silent. Well, I choose to waive that right.
But no, it was just more of me getting dragged out of the American Heritage Museum by the Massachusetts State Police. Try as you want, you can't re-virgin the Panther tank.
So, this is wildly off topic.
No, I did not fuck the Panther, but when no one was looking, I did perhaps lick it.
I would like to point out right now that
Why?
Upstate is wearing a shirt that says, Know your Spock, good Spock, evil Spock. And Spock just has a goatee on evil Spock.
Yeah,
I've never seen Star Trek. Is a goatee just evil? Or was...
So I'll give you context on that.
Okay, please, because I was like, oh yeah, bad facial hair makes you evil. So all you motherfuckers in the military with the really shitty attempt at the mustache,
evil.
Yes, I am.
So, going all the way back to 1966 with the original Star Trek with William Shatner and fucking all that whole cast.
William Shatner.
Yeah, William shat her pants.
I don't know who William Shatner is. Is it that guy?
No, he plays Kirk. No,
Oh.
Shatner plays Kirk.
Who's that? He doesn't look like a real human. He looks like a fucking alien.
Well, he's supposed to be half alien.
Well,
so.
no, but I mean, like, as a man, he looks like...
You know why?
What?
He's part Jewish.
He can make those jokes.
I can make those jokes.
Sanders, can I have a sip of your Ghost Energy drink?
You're
I'm only saying the name of Ghost Energy.
Leonard Nimoy, that's who plays him. I feel so bad not remembering his name.
I'm only saying the name of Ghost Energy because Ghost Energy is really good and...
Money.
You can't see, but I reached
Reach
towards
out
the mic. Please, Ghost Energy, I will...
Give us money.
Give us money and I will do wild, wild things.
But there's a episode in the first season, I think.
Oh, I almost killed that whole thing. I'm so sorry.
Called
Sanders.
Mirror Mirror. And basically what happens is Kirk, Spock, Uhura, and one or two other characters, they get into a transporter malfunction and they go to an alternate universe. And that's supposed to be like an evil universe.
and he just has facial hair.
Yeah, and so the only way they and you know, it's 1966 low budget Star Trek, so like they needed a way to like show like, oh, these are the evil characters. So what they did is they just gave a fake goatee to Leonard Nimoy. It's so funny.
Okay.
Watching original Star Trek, after you enjoy it the first round and you go again and watch it, it's just so funny to laugh at how bad it is.
Well, that's like fucking the Twilight, Twilight. Whatever Black Mirror is the cheap ripoff of. Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah, Twilight Zone. Yeah. Okay.
Watching Twilight Zone. It's like the first time you watch, you're like, oh my god, this is fucking cool and really awesome, and like
and then you watch it again and you're like,
process.
oh, this is bad.
Well, and then you watch it again and it's like, this man fell asleep in a bank vault because he was greedy, and then lived through the fall of humanity in that bank vault.
He wasn't greedy.
No, why did he fall asleep in that?
So he fell asleep in the bank vault because he was just he loved reading and everything.
Oh.
And so he goes into the bank vault during his lunchtime to read. And he fell asleep and World War III happened. That's why at the end of the episode, he's crying about how there was all the time in the world because his glasses fell off and broke. Because one of the libraries wasn't really badly damaged or anything. So it just had like all these books in it, and he's like, I can finally read now. No one's fucking, stopping me from reading. And right as he starts to go to read the first book, his glasses fall and break.
So he wasn't even punished for being a bad dude. It was just
it's just the universe going, hey shit ass.
It was just universal horror. I feel like that's what every episode was.
That's literally every episode of The Twilight Zone.
It's like watching it. It's like, oh man, this is so cool and a fun thought process. And then you watch again, it's like, God has abandoned us. The universe is a cruel, uncaring creature. Not only is it cruel and uncaring, it's malicious.
It is actively trying to hurt you
Yeah,
personally.
it's like the universe is going to beat me and steal my Newports the moment I walk out my fucking door. Like,
you walk out the door and the universe runs you for your phones.
Yeah, deadass. Stop chewing so fucking loud. I hate that.
I want to see it get picked up on the mic, though. I like watching the little green bar go up and down.
You want to see it go up?
No.
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 I was about to lean over and just fucking scream into the mic as loud as I could.
If you scream into it, it goes from green to red.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Also, I can't wait until like we're like episode 900. We finally have a following, and then like they watch back to the archives and they're like, "Hey, remember in episode 2 when he said he'd do the STD rap funny?"
Why do you have to bring that up?
Well, no one's gonna listen to it. Unless in a weird Twilight Zone-esque way, we get like everyone on Earth to follow us and then the STD rap becomes the like top hit or some shit. Could you imagine?
The only dance that you are allowed to do to it is the gritty.
Yeah, you could.
It's a really bad, malformed, shitty, arthritis-ridden gritty.
The McGriddle.
Anyway, after the American Heritage Museum, we went to the USS Constitution and Bunker Hill. And USS Constitution is still an active warship by technicality. It's still commissioned and everything. So there's Navy personnel that are assigned to the Constitution. And our tour guide was like this E3. You could tell. He was just done with the day. And like it just turned into going from an educational tour to this E4 specialist in the Army and this E3 in the Navy just shitting on Marines.
That's one thing I have learned because it was weird. When I was going home for holiday block leave, I met like whatever a fucking E2 Marine is.
Private.
And then like whatever an E3 fucking Air Force cat is. And like, yeah, the rivalries between branches are strong. But
at the same time, there's still that one team, one fight.
Yeah, it's like at the same time, anyone who gets dicked down hard by the green weenie of the military knows. And we just kind of vibed there and laughed. Oh my god. And the funniest fucking thing, I can't remember where I flew through, but there's like a lot of people fresh out of basic training flying for some reason. So you'd see like privates walking around with their like US Army patch on their fucking shoulder, all cool and shit.
The pain.
And I looked over, and I saw one of them was walking with headphones in uniform, and his boots were unbloused.
Did you get his ass?
Oh yeah, I hit him with that, "Hey guy!" And he's when I tell you, like straight putting their attention, turned around. He was like, "Who the fuck are you, man?" I was like, "Specialist goddamn EP of the United States fucking Army. I just came back from deployment. You're walking around making us look fucked up. Fix yourself." And I'm not the kind of person that ever wants to be an NCO or like in a leadership position just because I know I wouldn't be a good NCO. But like watching the fear in that man's eyes when he
gave you power trip?
No, because he threw it back. I was like, "Oh yeah, fucking prove it." And I fucking took my cat out and I fucking threw it against his chest. I was like, "Read that." And he read it and looked at me. He was like, "I'm so sorry, specialist." And like went to parade rest for me and everything.
Bro!
And I was like, "Oh, did we go to parade rest with fucking earphones in?" And he's like, "No, I'm sorry." And he said, I broke this man, and it felt so good. Welcome to the Army, whatever the fuck your name was. I hope you're having a great time.
Who?
Oh, fuck.
I saw some dude.
I zoned out.
Some guy was fucked up in uniform. Like fuzzy, had the like US Army patch on, like just out of fucking AIT and basic.
Yeah, I saw some dude fucking during holiday block leave during like Christmas at the airport. You can tell this dude was an AIT. Bald as fuck head. Uniform that didn't fit. Uniform that was too clean as well. Weirdest backpack, civilian backpack that you could wear in military ACUs, and it's just like, bro. I just went up to him and I'm like, bro. You going to AIT? You coming from AIT? He's like, I'm going to AIT. I just got done with basic. Came back to visit family and everything. Now I'm going to AIT in a week or two, and I'm like, bro, for the love of God, get a better fitting uniform. And I think he was a specialist as well. He's like one of those people like college educated and everything. I'm like, look, I'm a specialist, you're a specialist, so I'm going to at least treat you with some level of respect, even though you're still technically just a trainee. fucking fix yourself, bro.
It's like, oh my god, the funniest shit.
Oh god, like it was painful to look at.
I don't know what the fuck this guy was all about, but I was at home. This was a couple leaves ago. I was at fucking home. We were at Barnes and Noble, and I see this dude.
Take your finger out the people, or I'm not opening the door.
In the old fucking gross. What was that pattern called?
Daddy.
Blywise?
Daddy.
What?
That old gross ass fucking pattern. What was that shit called?
UCP.
Yeah, this guy was in like the UCP pattern, black fucking old school boots, and he had like these weird patches all over him, talking to these fucking girls about how like, oh yeah, you know, like you fucking like hero shit. And I walked up and I tapped his shoulder. I was like, hey guy, who the fuck are you, right? And he turns around, he's like, yeah, I do this little like volunteering thing. I'm like basically a firefighter, like super cool guy. And I was like, hey, as someone who's been wearing the uniform and been in the army for like 2 years, you look fucking dumb, bro. And then it was really shitty, but kind of funny, because like the two girls we talked like, oh my god, you're in the army? And I was like, yeah, I'm in the fucking army. This guy, you know, and it was like, I didn't want to be that guy. But when you're wearing very clearly like your uncle's uniform, black fucking boots. When was the last time we had black fucking boots?
Cold War era. Back when we were still using like battle dress uniform.
Like fucked all the way up. And I started talking to this guy. And he said he was part of the Spokane militia. Which doesn't fucking exist. Because I know it doesn't exist, right?
Because you tried to join.
Because I've looked into it. Doesn't fucking exist. And I was like, oh cool, you're a militiaman, like what's your training like and all that good shit. And then like the more questions I asked, the more he fell apart with his storytelling. And I was like, I know for a fact this man went down to the military surplus store, bought some shit that he thought looks cool. Because like he had like weird patches on, and like there weren't unit patches, there weren't like anything like that. Because like I've seen like the Idaho militia, like their unit patches look like fucking unit patches. This guy had like, I swear to God, bro, it looked like the fucking the ODST patches. Like it looked like some weird shit, and I was like, this. First of all, when you're wearing a fucking extra large uniform and you're spilling out the top of it, I don't believe that you're in any trained force whatsoever.
No.
And then. Like
the only thing you're a part of is Meal Team 6.
Meal Team 6, you know what I'm saying? Now, I go up to the fucking food court, and I see him with another guy in a similar uniform who is like the most twiggy, skinhead-looking motherfucker I've seen in my life. Like big razor bald, maybe 95 pounds. And he looks at me, and they both look at me, and I just kind of nod at him. Like, what's happening in my hometown? Is because like I looked into it, like I don't think there's a militia in Spokane. There's no way. We're too blue for that cool guy shit. And it's like, did these two guys like? What's their thought? Like, hey, we're gonna get some bitches, bro. We're gonna pretend like we're military.
That's probably what they were. For audience members wondering, during Dave's rant about fucking Meal Team 6, Sergeant Tharp has joined us.
Oh yeah, we got a surprise guest star.
And he just took off his shirt and got very nice, crisp new ink.
Sergeant Daddy, Poppy, Nate, would you like to describe, would you like to introduce yourself to our, 3 listeners, more than likely?
First of all, it's Step Sergeant.
Step Sergeant, you goddamn right.
Hi, how are you?
For people wondering, it's actually his mic we're using.
Oh yeah, we boot ganged his mic before leave and just haven't gave it back. And he's probably here to whoop our ass and collect, but we're gonna get at least one episode
out of this mic.
Your mic has been the bane of our fucking existence, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so loud.
At first, it was super loud. Then episode 2, I played it too safe, so it sounded like we were having the conversation in the other room. And now, to try and get it to actually what it sounds good over audio, we've had to up the gain so much that I have to keep the headphones super far away in fear of feedback.
So yeah, the one.
Well, it's not a studio mic. It's a fucking 5-year-old Yeti. So
yeah, for sure.
It's probably more than 5 years old. I think it's probably close to 10 years old.
Jesus.
I had that shit when I was streaming.
Hell yeah.
This weekend I'm gonna get a PO box, so
Cringe.
we can.
I need to set one up too, though, because I got family that's trying to mail
Also,
me.
bleep out Sergeant Tharp.
No. There's no editing in this.
We'll find a way to cut that out. Don't worry about it.
Call me Staff Sergeant and Sergeant Daddy, but let's keep the governments out of it.
That's fair enough. I fucking hope the government's not listening. We've said some crazy shit on this podcast. But yeah, no.
All glory to the
I
Great
didn't
Lakes
mean
Republic.
to be a surprise guest. I just heard my friends banging and yelling, and I was like, oh, I want to bang and yell too.
Hell yeah, no,
that's
it's all good. We were trying to find a guest earlier, but this
bang.
place is fucking dead.
So now we're going to guess we're now going to 2 hours.
Yeah, I guess we're going to 2 hours now. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself, Daddy. Give a little bio.
A little bio?
A little bio. Let the
Bio.
people, because they know of Upstate, Viking, and this dickhead.
The Dewey the Present.
Yeah, Dewey the Present.
Oh, typically online, I go by Anemic Andrew, but I guess from now on I'll just be Step Sergeant.
Steps are, hey, for real though, for anyone who's listening here, you can follow me at Dead Viking Action. You can follow him on TikTok at Anemic Android.
Yeah, I will put
I'm
both
just
of
like
those in the
9,
description
11,
down
15.
below.
Yeah.
And while you're down there, please like and subscribe.
Please, bro.
Please.
Also, if Ghost Energy is still listening, I need that.
Mate.
Give us that sponsorship, bro.
You think they'd be watching
I will-
something like this?
I will get a ghost can tattooed on my fucking neck if we got a ghost sponsorship. I don't care. It's fine.
Just make it behind your ear less than an inch.
Or you can get a 2-inch one on the very back of your neck.
There you go.
I thought about getting a crosshairs, but I felt like that was kind of
little poignant.
yeah, a little. It'd be funny though.
It'd be funny if that's like actually where you get shot.
Yeah, no, I still need to get my other tattoos done. That's the only one that I got done. Was the chest piece and the half sleeve over sleeve. I still need to get the spine.
Well, I just
6'2".
got in contact with
For anyone who's listening that likes a good 6'2", well put together, tattooed man that also has a soft spot and plays D&D, there's one of us.
Yeah, I still need to get the spider on my hand, the eye behind my ear, and then the coin behind my other ear.
What type of spider?
12-legged spider.
Panther troop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nerds.
See.
You just bullshitted for about 45 minutes on War Thunder.
It wasn't War Thunder.
And
It
both
was
y'all
science fiction
both
in Pandora.
bullshit.
No, I don't mean on the
Avatar,
podcast. I mean I heard
the
you
way
on War
it
Thunder for a good
was,
45
like-
minutes.
I just was
Fair enough.
being Dewey the
True.
Present.
It's true. Hey,
This is the wrong bolt for a T-72. It's supposed to be made of titanium zinc alloy.
listen.
This is bullshit.
I mean, I literally just admitted into the mic that while on vacation, I just straight went up to a Panther tank and went lick.
Listen, Upstate and Viking have a very close relationship where I have to listen to him play War Thunder at 3
And I
a.m.
have to listen to him clap cheeks.
Well, not that, because that never fucking happens.
Same!
Yeah, dappy boy up. No, he has to listen to me listening to like Juice WRLD in the shower and violently sobbing. So it's a give and take. I get his nerd shit, he gets my sad boy shit.
And then there's me just randomly going, ah! down
And
the hall.
then Dewey makes weird noises down the hall and we pretend not to hear. It's like you guys ever seen A Quiet Place? Where if you don't make any noise in your room, they'll leave you alone. That's how I've been surviving this weekend. I hear people knocking, like, if they think I'm sleeping. And then they're not really loud, I'm like, I'll bullshit and say I took meds.
And then you just hear me going,
They can't legally open that door. Not unless Top's around.
Yeah, it's like, well, they can't legally open that door unless something's horribly fucking wrong. So if it's that important, they'll... Also, no one texts in the barracks. It's like, I know where he lives. Send me a text first, bro. You know how many times this fucking people have knocked on my door and I've been butt fucking naked because I don't wear clothes?
Oh god.
On God, bro.
On God!
Bro, I'm in my barracks room at most in Ranger panties and a hoodie.
Maybe.
90% of the
Dude,
time,
one
nothing.
time,
Maybe,
I'm walking
maybe grippy
around my
socks
room
from the
with
good
nothing
days.
on. 3 people knock on my door within 30 minutes.
It sucks, man. And it's like, oh man, nothing ever happens in the barracks. I guess I'll just get naked and watch TikTok as you do.
And then shit happens.
As soon as my cheeks hit my sheets, and I'm fully comfortable, fucking...
Or
like, God
the fucking
fucking damn
fire
it.
alarm. The fucking fire alarm.
Oh, it was so shitty. I was on CQ the other day. For those of you who don't know what CQ is, you sit at a desk for 24 hours
And
in
you walk
case,
down the same damn hallway.
in case Russia invades the barracks, I guess. And I'm sitting there and like, oh, it's been a long time. I'm gonna go get chow. Maybe like take like a 30-minute nap and I'll be back. And my brother's like, okay, bet. As soon as I get in my room and I fully lay down on my futon, like as soon as I'm fully comfortable, fucking fire alarm goes off and we have to evac the
And
building.
that same fire alarm, not 2 minutes earlier, I had gotten into the shower. So I had to go out into the upstate New York fucking cold. Wet as fuck.
Did I tell you? Because I don't think you were there. That it was
not my door.
Was it my door?
Dude, the fucking 3 dudes who all live next to me in the same platoon, they all knock on each other's doors all the fucking time, and I swear to God, they're trying to knock on my door.
It was not my door. It was whoever the fuck lives in front of me. I miss Nino. Did you ever meet Outlaw Nino?
He was the other Nino?
The other.
That's how he was introduced to me. We have Sergeant Nino and the other Nino.
Yeah, well, the other Nino we called Outlaw because he got, like, in trouble. But
that's why he would be the other Nino.
That's why he would be the other Nino. And I would love it because, good old Nino. I'd be fucking upset after like a ruck or whatever, and I'd walk in the room like, damn, this day can't get any worse. And then I'd hear like footsteps dancing and like loud fucking Hispanic ass music. I'm like, you know what? Today's a good day. And now that he's gone, I've got some random shitter living across the hallway. Like the voices are getting loud again. I really need to listen to.
We're
like,
only 4 doors away. I can blast some Hispanic music. If he needs some Hispanic.
Oh,
I could just
he knows.
I'll piss our Samo off. I don't give a shit.
I got Gates' speaker in my room, and how loud it was is maybe halfway as loud as it gets. I really thought about doing like a loudness test and seeing like what I can get out of that speaker before I blow it to pieces.
See if fucking the other wing Foxco can hear you upstairs.
Shit, maybe. Oh my god. I don't know if the person's here anymore, but there was someone who lived in the room above. We live in the barracks. It's a fucking 2-floor building. You get it. Fucking, I'd be laying there, and like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'd hear their fucking bed hitting the wall.
You know what was happening.
I know what was happening, but like, it would only happen for about 5 minutes maximum.
Oh.
And it would happen at like the most inconvenient fucking times, like 1:37. And it's like, listen, I cannot believe that you woke someone up at 1:37 to walk to your barracks room, disappoint them for 5 minutes, and then you're done. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about. 5 minutes is a perfectly adequate wiener.
I will never
a good
know.
dick appointment is 5 minutes or less. All right, it's efficiency thing.
Listen,
I got shit.
It's a work day. I need to be in bed by 1:45.
I have D&D to plan. It's a work night. Listen.
Speaking of D&D,
Three,
I haven't even started yet.
Oh, I haven't written my backstory at all. Besides what we spoke to
Mine will go
verbally.
completely off the rip when it happens.
Fuck it.
There will be no planning.
What kind of juice you got in there? Is it the weak sauce stuff or is it the harder stuff?
Weak sauce. Right now.
I swear to God, I'm the only person in the entire United
I
States
got a fresh one, I can
military
grab it.
that is not
If you want
addicted
to.
to
That
caffeine,
seems to
that
be
is not
charged, grab
addicted
it.
to nicotine.
It's this.
Listen,
I didn't used to be, and then I hung out with these fucks in Syria.
That sounds like a fucking personal problem.
you were the one that accepted it.
This is fair.
Listen, man.
And are you leaving us, Sergeant Daddy?
You assholes stress me out.
Are you leaving
He's coming
us?
back.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
Unlike my real bio dad, he's not. He's actually gonna come back. Oh, hey! By the way, on the off chance that there's some dude named Tanner from the Philippines out there who's listening to this, I'm going to find you.
Explain.
So, without getting into a lot of detail, my bio dad was kind of a piece of shit, and my mom kicked him the fuck out of my life. And he never reached out or anything like that. Apparently had like a whole nother family. And so the day I found the guy that gave my mom that much trouble and like wouldn't pay child support on time and all that good shit, the day I find the person who hurt the most important woman in my life, I'm going to give your body a straight. You know how it's like, okay, we did all the other tests, time for the damage test? I'm going to find out what this person is capable of without dying. And Saw is my favorite movie franchise. So have fun with that, Tanner. Fucking dick.
Moving on.
Moving on. To what exactly?
The rest of my vacation.
Oh yeah, the rest of your vacation.
So after the American Heritage Museum and Bunker Hill and the Constitution and everything. Oh yeah, for those of you who've never been to Boston, you can, but have played Fallout, you can see the Bunker Hill monument just going into Boston. Going over the city, basically. You can go inside that, and it is a tight right-hand turn staircase for 300 fucking feet.
Please tell me you busted your ass down them stairs.
No, but I almost did in all honesty. Because holy shit, that is a leg day and a half. I like got to the top and I was winded and I'm like, I've done hard leg days that were less than that.
What is the worst you've ever busted your ass down?
The top of an LMTV.
Damn! Those bitches are tall too, bro.
So those of you who don't know, an LMTV is quite is the standard like military truck, and they're about maybe like what 9 feet tall at their highest.
Without cover?
With the cover.
With the with the cover, it's higher than 9 feet. There's no
With covers, they're like 15 feet tall.
It's really that tall?
Yes.
You're talking about like tarps and bows and shit?
Yeah, tarps and bows.
It's probably like
It's
12 feet tall.
Yeah. Anyway. We were in the field, and my job is to take the camo net that's rolled up on top of the truck and to like get it laid out so it can get.
And to everyone who thinks that's an easy job, first of all, that bitch is usually soaking wet. How much do you think that fucking net weighs when it's frozen or wet?
A frozen soaking wet dry net. I just said frozen soaking wet dry net. English is officially my first language. Retard is actually my first.
That shit's gotta be a lot.
I'm gonna say it's at least 350.
It's gotta be like soaking fucking wet. And you have to unroll it. And the dickheads who roll the net never fucking roll it right.
So.
And you're timed. You're on a timer.
Yes, this is timed for anyone. And so I roll this net apart and get it off the side of the truck and everything. And you have to now climb back down the truck on a net that loves to rip and tear, and the truck doesn't exactly have handles on it to grab onto.
Nah, it go down.
It go down.
It do go down.
It don't go down.
It do go down. And so I'm on top of the fucking tarp on the back of this truck, and I'm starting to and I turn my body. And something about the net just slipping on the tarp just went, you're not going to the cab today, you're going off the side. And I'm like, oh. And I just, in full kick no less.
Oh, Jesus.
Hit the dirt. I was physically shaking for probably a good 30 minutes. Cause
you smacked your fucking brain, bro.
There was one time, your chief, I was out in the field. This was first field problem. I get told to get on top of the LMTV. He looks over and sees me on the top. I don't mean to just jump off. I go to turn around to climb off. No. It's soaked. The top of the LMTV was soaked. My hands slipped, and I just eat shit on my knees went into my chest, my face went into the sand.
Yeah, no, and I didn't even have my legs laying first to break my fall. It's just if you ever seen the Starship prototypes of SpaceX doing their belly flop maneuver, it was just that
The worst I ever fucked myself up on an LMTV. So the cabs have gunner hatches, and there's a tarp over it.
Oh yeah, so we used two types of trucks. Both have turret hatches in them, so you can mount a 50 cal. But the ones that we use to tow our trucks never have a 50 cal, and they refuse to use the turret hatch cover for the other trucks, even though it's the same bolt pattern and is designed to be interchangeable. So what they decide to have us do instead is fold a tarp over the hole and hope.
But I tell you, I'm trying to get the net up on the truck, and they're pushing it up over the cab so I can use my body to roll it over. You know how you do it.
Yeah.
And I got it, and when I tell you I'm standing to push it, my feet, the tarp just says no. Right? I plummet down, catch my rib cage on the fucking 50 cal mount, and then the tarp rolls back and crushes my fucking head and shoulders backwards. I popped my sternum and back, and it hasn't been the same since. And Sergeant Hyman's like, oh fuck, my son! So I pull the rolled tarp up, and all it's doing is grinding my fucking rib cage into the goddamn turret mount. And then the worst fall I ever had was civilian side. My grandmother in Indiana is a welder. She does amazing work. She has this beautiful welded spiral staircase. There's an issue.
It's spiral.
It's spiral, metal, and I like to wear socks. I'll tell you, from the top floor, missed the first fucking step, and fucked my ass bone on every single sharp ass fucking steel step on the way down. It was just I hit the bottom. My stomach was in my ass. I was sobbing uncontrollably. I couldn't get up. I had to army crawl to the couch, roll up onto it like I'm taking fucking incoming, and just lay there.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, I am living proof that fucking evolution is wrong. There's no way that I as a human have gotten to this point. If my ancestors were anywhere near as dumb as me, we should not exist. There has to be some kind of like divine hand guiding us through life, or else I'd be fucking dead by now.
Your ancestors looking down on you, thinking that a bad day is you have strawberry jam and not grape jelly for your sandwich.
My ancestors looking. I'm not making that joke. It's
No,
fine.
do it. You've opened the Pandora's box. You gotta say it. Dave's collecting himself.
Do it. No balls.
If our ancestors are generally looking upon us, I want to know what my like English knight ancestors think looking over at me. Mad because the fucking goth girl didn't add me back and I'm considering swallowing a knight over.
My ancestor.
Do you think they even know what that is? They go, ooh.
Well, there has to be a lot of times where the ancestors look at what we're doing like, what the fuck is happening? Like, there's no way my fucking, like, Victorian England fucking great whatever the fuck grandfather is watching me stare at the nightmare box that is my phone, watching, like, ISIS beheading videos and being like, how did we get here?
My great uncle, who was a B-17 tail gunner over Germany in World War II, looking down and seeing my search history, really wondering, is this what I killed the Nazis for? Maybe they were right.
Or just the idea that, like, our primitive ancestors had to, like, beat wild dogs to death with hammers to keep them from eating their children. Meanwhile, if my corded headphones catch a door frame, I'm gonna kill myself. That's just how it works. Listen, Sanders and fucking Upstate are reasons 3 and 12. My 13th reason is just around the corner, I swear to God. I am like one minor inconvenience away from snapping on myself or others, and it's an issue.
Wake up, regret.
Last time was on fucking, or the time before last time was on CQ when that fucking whole shit happened. At the end of the CQ show at 6 o'clock, because it's 6 to 6 shifts. I take the garbage out, it's icy as fuck, I make it all the way to the garbage fine. Make it back, somewhat okay. You know where the parking lot corner is?
Mm-hmm.
And water pools there? Mm-hmm. Well, when water turned cold, it gets slippy. I didn't know if you guys knew that or not. And
I played hockey, so I kind of knew that.
I like full Scooby-Doo, like legs spinning, trying not to fall, went full horizontal, cracked the back of my head open. And this fucking dude, I don't know who he was, I was too dazed to see his ring. I was like, oh my god, are you okay? And I looked at him. And I said, what the fuck do you think? And I got up and slowly crouch walked my way home, and I slept for like 12 hours with a concussion, which probably isn't the right answer.
No, that is not the right move. We have half an hour left.
Well, Sergeant Tharp, what do you want to talk about for that? I keep saying your government, I'm sorry. Stepdad, what do you want to talk for the next 30 minutes?
Remember, zero editing.
Zero editing.
Zero
What do you want to
editing.
talk about for the next 30 minutes?
If we
Since
fuck
you're a
up bad
surprise
enough,
guest.
we have to start over.
Yeah!
If we fuck up bad enough, we start over.
We could start over and have you a guest from the beginning, but that's going to be a lot of work.
So what's up with these
already almost
propaganda flags you all have hanging up?
First of all, that's not you all, that's him.
No, that's me.
That's his cross to bear. Thank you very much.
So
What's up with the Washerman, huh?
So that is the flag of the German Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And my family is German, and we immigrated from Germany during the time of the German Empire. So it's like a Mexican person having a Mexican flag on their wall.
Got you.
So if and that's exactly what I say. I'm like, well, if I have to take it down, then people of Puerto Rican descent with Puerto Rican flags have to take down theirs, because that's my family history. That's my lineage.
Fair enough.
Noted.
As long as we don't see a red one with a white circle and some other shit in the middle, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, That's where we draw the line, you know what I'm saying?
That one is Ukraine for obvious reasons right now in the world.
I don't want to get back into Russia, like as a topic, but the fact that they were like dick swinging that hard and are getting fucked up by what is essentially a fiefdom in modern times, like.
So I think the funniest thing is
they're not even NATO. Are they even a country?
they're not even. Yeah,
basically.
they're not. It's like they're not NATO and they're still getting their. So I still think the funniest thing I've ever seen so far, and it's dark and actual, like thinking about it, is it's like early March. The invasion is the Russians are still advancing in Ukraine, and they're trying to land paratroopers right outside of Kiev. And I'm watching live footage of cameras in Kiev following the planes and the helicopters as they're going over the sky. You see this massive cargo plane that can hold like 250 troops. It pops flares like insane. Starts, doing like side to side shit as it like tries to keep going towards the drop zone. Then you just see out of nowhere, it just gets smacked by a fucking SAM. Breaks in half right behind the wing, and you just see the guys fall out. There's not a single parachute open.
Dude, there's a reason we don't do airborne drops anymore. It's
I'm like,
CRM go burr.
Yeah, exactly.
CRM go burr. Sam
like,
go beep beep beep.
Yeah, it's like I literally every time I talk to someone that's
a whole
airborne,
lot of pieces of soldiers dropping out of the sky.
I'm like every time that I talk to someone who's airborne, I'm like your entire job is made that to the point of you are cannon fodder by a man with a stinger. A man that gets paid less than minimum wage with a man pad that costs $230,000 can destroy your multi-million-dollar plane and a battalion's worth of infantry with a single shot.
It's like there's a lot of good men dying for the ego of a tyrant. I'm not saying that if we had a way, Hellfire missile, to stop this now, we should.
Also,
imagine every.
I really hope that got on the mic.
Dude, go wipe. That was wet. That was wet.
Go wipe.
Go wipe to make sure.
Go wipe.
This man's rectum sounded like Busta Rhymes. That was crazy. That shit was spitting bars.
That's what it sounds like when an LMTV's a bit too cold and doesn't want to start.
You put the drip pan on the exhaust and like back in the fucking system. Yeah, no. Every single Russian soldier that has died in this invasion has done so to keep the tyrant happy.
Yeah, but also...
And I don't think people talk about that enough.
Yeah, and like at the same time, I just saw something the other day. It's because now we're sending all of these tanks to Ukraine so that they can properly go on a major counteroffensive and everything. Russia has said that we'll treat any, uranium-depleted rounds, armor-piercing rounds, as a nuclear exchange, and it's just like, look, bro, you literally put nukes on the border of Belarus and Russia, and we fucking called your bluff, bro. Fuck you gonna do about it?
Their tanks shoot the same rounds.
First, actually, no. Russia has a very hard time.
Here comes the fucking war thunder nerd. Let's hear it. Let's hear about the fucking ballistic projectiles.
They have a very hard time getting depleted uranium into rounds. So a lot of them are actually tungsten, which is worse for armor penetration. And not to mention that most of their best tanks have either been captured, destroyed, or are coming out of the factory nowadays below their standards. And now we're like just sending like what is essentially brand new tanks into Ukraine. They might not have the same armor and ballistic capabilities because they don't have the better ammo and the better armor packages, but it's still like an M1A2 Abrams versus a T-62 that was built in before the moon landing. What do you think's gonna win? And there's a lot more to go into.
I'm trying to figure out where in the timeline we went wrong.
2016, March 3rd.
As soon as that gorilla got murdered, we got sent down the dark timeline.
Fucking Harambe.
Good old Harambe.
If it was white, they wouldn't have shot him.
That's crazy.
2 is albino.
If he was a fucking silverback gorilla, just a sliver, he'd have been fine.
He has a gun! Sorry, forced habit.
Oh, so funny story about that candy you're eating.
Oh dear God, where has this been?
No. Dewey.
It's already in my mouth.
Yeah,
Just so you
it
all know.
hasn't been anywhere. It's safe.
It was in the wrapper, at least.
Yeah. I've had it worse in my mouth.
Dewey's on my bed and he throws it to me, and for half a fucking second, I swear on God, that rapper, instead of like saying haiku, said Hebrew. On fucking God!
It's the bloodline taking over. That's crazy. You know what? For the last little bit, we need to go back to our roots and pull up the random topic generator.
Let's see. Okay, no. I was about to say, do I have the psychic damage on the open tab?
We could do worse.
Every time.
We could do a white card from Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, that's right.
That didn't work last time.
No, never mind. We can't do the rock. We can't at least do it on the computer because I don't have my phone being plugged in as my modem right now. Because my computer doesn't have a fucking internet driver. Where the fuck's my phone?
I love how every time you open like your internet browser, I shy away like I'm watching someone fuck with the demon core.
It's so good. What?
What are your opinions on green beans?
Green beans?
No, I've seen that.
Don't hate them, not my favorite.
Don't hate them, not your favorite. If you could rank top 3 vegetables right now, go.
So green beans is not even near the top of the list. It's,
Well,
it's a very middle of the road vegetable.
It's a very mid vegetable.
I'm good, thank you.
But top 3 vegetables.
Top
go.
3 vegetables. Starting at the gate here with a bit of a wild pick.
Mm-hmm.
Brussels sprouts, number 1.
Okay.
Hands down. I love me some Brussels sprouts.
If they're done right, I fuck them up. I know exactly what you're saying. Hands down.
Hands down.
Potatoes.
I love me some spinach.
Spinach is good.
Very versatile.
Mm.
Salads, sandwiches, whatever.
Pasta, pizza, you can put that on anything. Yeah.
Love
okay.
spinach. Brussels sprouts, spinach, probably bell pepper.
Bell pepper.
Bell peppers.
Interesting. Okay.
Again, very versatile.
Th-
Major
th-
flavor.
This
Very much
random
so.
topic generator.
bottom.
Breakfast,
dog
lunch,
shit.
dinner, barbecue it.
True. Bottom 3 vegetables.
Bottom 3 vegetables?
I just heard bottom and I thought you were talking about best 3 bottoms, and I'm like, whoa.
No, but I have a list. Bottom 3 vegetables, go.
So your list comes next. But first off, bottom 3 vegetables. Cauliflower, ass, trash
Horrible.
vegetable. Useless
Definitely
vegetable.
not a draft pick. Like
Beets, useless
Yep.
vegetable.
Yep.
Disgusting. I think it's a root. But whatever. We don't need to classify it. It's a vegetable.
Yeah.
Not a squash fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like squash. Love zucchini.
These
Hate
are
squash.
absolute dog
I can
shit
see that.
random topic
Zucchini is
generators.
also very versatile. You got
It is.
fucking zucchini bread?
Yes.
My mom makes a chocolate zucchini bread that I would stab a man in a Denny's for. Like it's
That's
delicious.
fair. That's not the worst thing that's ever happened in Denny's, I'm sure.
I can tell you that's not
It's common Waffle House day.
common Waffle House behavior.
Maybe below average Denny's behavior.
All right, Adam. Top 3 vegetables. Let's go.
Done right, like cooked right.
Mm.
Carrots.
Carrots. Okay.
Carrots.
I'm of a weird mind. Raw
Corn.
carrots over cooked carrots any day. That's me personally. Carrots.
I do like me some raw carrots.
Corn.
Corn.
Corn. Yes.
Corn. Okay. Carrots and corn.
You just like to look at them and you poop, huh?
What the fuck?
Your body doesn't
So
digest
we're weird
corn.
for looking at it? No.
Your body doesn't digest corn.
Yeah.
In specific ways. It can. But
Yes.
if you just have like regular
Yes,
ass
because
corn,
because if your body couldn't digest corn, then the Aztec and Inca civilizations just would have fucking died. So
well, because they figured out
How
other
did
ways
that-
to use it.
exactly. And I think it's sweet peas.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sure.
Bottom 3.
Bottom 3. Anyone in a hospital?
All right.
The wood chipper fodder section of a hospital.
The
The sacrifice to the emperor section of the hospital.
the first to go in the zombie apocalypse section of the hospital.
This is so not getting modded.
None of them are.
None of them are.
I'll go through quickly. Top 3 vegetables.
Hold up. The day we get monetized is the day we have gone wrong.
Very true. Top 3 vegetables. All right, hit him with some quick and fast ones. Cabbage. Fucking love cabbage. Cabbage is good in almost anything, almost any way you make
Versatile. Soups,
it.
salads.
Kimchi, motherfucker,
Cabbage.
delicious.
Love kimchi.
Right. So we got cabbage. I'm a fan of broccoli.
Broccoli good?
Yeah.
Broccoli good.
So,
And
so it's cauliflower.
Yeah. Cauliflower kind of icky. Not gonna lie to you.
What are you, 5?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Cauliflower got cooties.
Cauliflower got cooties. Listen, cauliflower ear. When you're using the vegetable to look at nasty shit and say, yeah, that's cauliflower. That's not what we want. You never heard of cabbage ear. At least I fucking hope to God that's not a thing. And then
This man just pulls a whole cabbage out of his ear.
yeah, weirdly enough, I wouldn't classify it because it's as a starch. I thought. But yeah, no corn. Corn would be
No,
top
no,
tier,
it's a
sure.
vegetable.
Corn is a vegetable?
Technically, it's a grass.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Well, it's like bright. Like,
Yeah,
I can't
it's
prove
a
it
grass
wrong, but I
slash-
don't want to believe it.
I'm not smart enough to argue, but I don't like it.
It's a grass slash grain.
Makes sense. Bottom 3 vegetable. In general, beets is a top one. Beets are fucking gross. I've
I
never
hate beets.
had beets in anything that I thoroughly enjoyed.
Ever.
I've never been like,
Never
I've never been like,
once.
you know what sounds good right now?
Beets.
Like, no, absolutely not. The only beats I like are Beats by Dr. Dre. Sponsor me. Give me money.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
The only beats I like
Hey,
were
don't
the
you
ones
know
from my
you sound
mother.
that needy, no one's gonna ever call?
I have had possibly 5 times the amount of romantic partners you've had. I can be
Fuck,
needy.
that's
And,
supposed to mean
I can
more.
I can be needy and still get
I
called.
bet you showered naked, slut.
I do. You've been no. You want a fact check? You want
Look, cereal was a dark time, okay?
Syria was a dark time. That
Syria
shit
was a dark time.
Oh, the worst part about Syria is every vegetable we had was pickled.
Every fucking single one of them.
Yeah.
Pickled mushrooms.
I was so excited the first time when I got like carrots and shit.
Who
and
the
then
fuck
they,
keeps
like,
coming
stuck
to
in
my
brine
door?
for a week. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like
absolutely
hold up.
disgusting.
They put like peppers. They
Put your
put
finger away
like
from people,
peppers and
I'm not
stuff
opening
on
the
my
door.
omelet.
No.
That's delicious. Pickled fucking peppers, bro.
No.
There are only 2 things that can be pickled and
No,
shit.
I'm not opening my door.
Pickles, like cukes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then pickled asparagus is fucking
Yeah, but you have
baller.
no
Is it?
authority.
Oh,
right
it's
now.
so good. However,
I beg. Well, if
No.
we're not talking vegetables, pickled eggs are great.
No.
I do fuck some
Go
pickled
away.
eggs.
I can't do the texture of like a hard boiled or a pickled egg.
I don't
What?
like yolks, but I do enjoy like egg
Really?
whites. Yeah, I don't like when I hard boil eggs. I only eat the white.
Fair
I
enough.
love yolks. Again, it's a texture thing. I can't do it.
Mm.
It's weird. It makes me want to fucking yak.
It's like
What was that?
it's weird.
People think I'm weird because I freeze a lot of things that
Mm.
most people wouldn't eat frozen, but it's because I like the like frozen crummy texture of like frozen things. Like almond joys, like muffins.
But I told
I'll
you
freeze
you have no
muffins.
authority.
Go freeze muffins.
I'll take a hot muffin and I'll take a cold muffin. I do not like room temperature muffins. So if there's not an oven available, I will freeze that motherfucker.
We really showing our autism test scores here, aren't we?
Oh, I want to get onto that because
So last night tested so fucking high.
so it's supposed to like test like how autistic you are. The higher the score, the more autistic you are.
It's like the higher you are, the more probable of having autism that you
and
are.
everyone was scoring like above 100. And for those of you who don't know, above 60 means you're probable, basically.
Yeah, above 60, you're showing signs.
And like everyone was getting like 120, 150, 180.
Who the fuck got like 170 something?
Boner.
Yeah, Boner.
Boner got like, so you got like 160.
I got 107.
You got 160, yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, because yours was like way lower than you thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I got 165, and I thought that would for sure be the highest. And then
Boner
Boner
knows.
rolls through with a
I can
fucking
do it.
186
Yeah,
or something
one,
like that.
186, and the highest you can get on that test is like 200.
Yeah, and then
like the highest ever recorded score was like 212.
I take the test. I got a 32
And it's funny because we all bully him
for being like the most autistic person ever,
and we're thinking now maybe we're just autistic as fuck.
and I'm the most neurotypical out of the group.
And so we single him out for being different.
And we
but
bullied
or-
him into hanging out with us.
Or it's different, and I just got such a high score that it just broke the test and it just reset to the lowest literature. Because I also went and took the 10 question one today, and that got a fucking
6.
Interesting.
And it's just like, yeah, if you're above a 12, you're probable. So I'm like, how am I getting basically the lowest possible score? And I'm just thinking, I'm just resetting the test to the lowest integer that it could count.
The next test that we gotta take is the squad is the gay test, because that's a test you can take.
Oh, we gotta take the gay test.
And I took it, and the answer is exactly what I thought it was. It was like, you were the gayest man to walk the planet. I was like, I'm not even. I took the test, and the test was like, queen. Come on. I was like, alright, bro, alright.
It's like, I have relationships with women, but I have relations with men.
Newsflash, guy. That means you gay. What weird show is that?
I have no relations.
I remember it was Ice-T was the actor. I think it was like Law and Order.
Was it like a Law and Order edit? Because I don't think they would say some shit like that on Law and
No,
Order.
it was Law and Order. I remember because I did my research. He's like, I have relationships with women and sex with men, and Ice-T in his acting career. It's like, newsflash, guy, that means you're gay.
It had to be Law and Order.
It had to be Law and Order.
Had to be Law and Order SVU. There's nothing else that could have come from.
Was Ice-T in SVU?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And the way he would like just do some things, it's just like he was really confused this one episode about like how someone can like have like a porn addiction.
Oh my god, that was such a good fucking episode.
And so he's just like, and finally, like, you know, someone's like trying to explain to him. It's like, oh, I get it. Like how you bet too much money on the ponies.
That was a
or
fucking
you get
John Mulaney
addicted to the scratching lottery tickets.
That
or
man.
you eat too much chocolate cake, and it's just like, bro, just
That-
the way he was labeling things.
That man. I don't know, it's weird because he did music.
Did he?
Yes.
Did I see him a rapper?
He's known as a rapper.
I didn't know
Like,
that.
I grew up knowing him as a rapper.
Yeah.
And now I'm watching him on TV and it's like,
You're not talking about Ice Cube?
no, they both did rap.
Yeah, they both did rap.
I did not know Ice-T had a rap career
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now I'm watching SVU and it's like, this is so fucking uncanny. Like, well, that's like growing up and like, I grew up loving WWE. And so like seeing like
The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah, that's a really fucking good one. The Rock, right? I knew him as like the bad mouth, disrespectful, like attitude heel, right? Heel being the bad guys in WWE, that's the term for him. And now I'm watching him in like kids movies and stuff, and like seeing what he does now. He's like big time actor. He's
So
like,
he's
what?
the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, oh my god, the Tooth Fairy was so fucking good.
Now he's the Tooth Fairy.
And it's like, that's weird. Or like Ice Cube is another
Come
fucking
on,
good
Ellis.
example. Hey, let him in. I haven't seen him in forever.
The door shut.
Speaking of top 3 bottoms,
Yeah,
Here comes-
speaking of top 3 bottoms,
What's up?
introducing my favorite bottom.
Just threw them at my fucking door, that's why.
What's good, big man? How's it?
you told me I had bottom energy once, and I was very offended. No, you said I was a brat.
Yeah, you're a
And
fucking
I'm
brat.
very offended.
Then stop being a brat. No, this
Don't
means
stab me while we're recording the podcast!
I need to know. I'm taking your chair because we're having an interview right now.
This motherfucker.
I need to know why you called me a brat.
Because you okay?
Can
Do you want me
hand
to
my
do you want me to
noodles to my
explain in great detail how
In
you're a
great
brat?
detail.
First of all, this is
Is
so
it because I flirt with you constantly?
it's so weird telling a grown man why he's a brat. Okay.
Is it because I flirt with you constantly?
Well, no, because that just makes you a slut.
For those of you wondering,
Look,
Rook
I'm
has
not a
now
whore.
entered the chat.
I'm not a whore. I just like the attention. I'm a very flirty person. It's what I do.
It's the thing where, right?
You're a pretty boy.
He
pretty boy.
pushes the fucking envelope to get what he wants, to get a reaction, but he does so in a very gay way. So in my head, that means, oh, brats. I've dealt with brats before. They're some of my favorite people to like be partners with. Because it's this, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you until you react, and then I'm gonna pretend to not like it. Like that's you, bro.
What do you mean not like it?
Why
But,
must
okay,
I feel
so-
this pain?
2 serious questions.
Let's go.
1, do we have PT tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm gonna off myself.
Oh, hey, another weird guest star. This is Ellis.
Yeah,
Ellis saying,
I already introduced him shit
well, I'm
back.
sorry, I'm looking my man. First of all, you're blushing really hard.
Yeah, 'cause I want to know.
Is this
okay.
the mic?
I don't like
Yeah,
being
he's
in the
the
spotlight.
Mike, and don't do that. Don't.
I'm a very-
No, the
Oh.
mic is so sensitive,
The
please.
mic is, you just blew out
Okay, so-
everyone's eardrums watching this.
A brat is in the
Also-
context of like the
Dewey, stop.
this is a weird combo. So a brat in the context of like a brat dom relationship,
Sure.
they are the kind. So like there's set rules in a lot of these relationships, right? They will push the envelope right? They will kind of like disobey the rules on purpose to get a punishment / reward response.
Sure.
Right? And you just exude that energy in everything that you do, and I'm sorry about it. Like, I could see you being the person where if you were gay and if you were in a relationship and you were a sub, you know, a lot of ifs here, that you would fuck with your dom as part of the game. You have that like mischievous kind of like, I'm gonna fuck with you to get what I want. I'm gonna get a reaction, which isn't.
Is it a bottom thing then?
Okay.
Or just like
Okay,
typically.
I'll tell you, it's typically a bottom thing. I can't really speak because I'm a switch.
Sure.
Right.
Faggot.
But even if I'm in a dom mindset,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a brat just because it's fun.
It is fun.
It's like the idea of like say I'm with.
That's why I do it.
Yeah,
It's just fun.
and that's the point. There's nothing wrong with being a brat. You just exude
I
brat
didn't mean
energy.
that.
Yeah, of course.
I just wanted to know why.
No, that's it's exactly that. It's like say in a dom headspace, right? Like, oh yeah, I know that my baby wants to cuddle.
Oh,
right? So I'll cuddle, and then as soon as they're comfortable, I'll just fucking leave. You know what I mean?
I've done that.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like, hey, if my baby tells me, hey, tie me up and do what you want, and I tie her up, I might turn on the Xbox and start gaming. Like that's some brat shit. And so no, it's not a bottom thing. Not that being a bottom is a bad thing.
Yeah, you put it as that.
Huh?
You put it as that.
No. So I personally am not a full-time bottom. I couldn't be. I'm not that submissive a person. It takes a very specific person, a very specific circumstance to get me in a submissive mood.
You're not breathable enough.
People who are like that constantly, there's nothing wrong with you people. I just don't. I just don't get it.
People? What do you mean you people?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
What do you mean you people? You nit?
No!
Hey!
This recording is going too crazy. No.
I'll restart it. Start it over.
Restart the whole thing. What time is it?
It's a fucking hour 51 minutes.
No, I mean, what time is it? We could restart the...
Which one of you handsome gentlemen want to help me move shit out of my car?
No, I'm gonna keep it
I
real.
am wearing... For the viewers.
No.
Yeah, I'm wearing Tim's with no socks, basketball shorts, a hoodie, and that's fucking it.
I have to live with people invading my room because I
What
want my
all-
YouTube channel to get more clicks to
I don't know how to
release
put
more
it.
dopamine.
I'm trying to put jeans with these because they have jean color.
Nah, he needs the slut shorts. He's got them on too. What, it was like 6 inches?
No, I'm trying to say how
I
can I
don't
combine
fucking
these?
know. Why you do...
I'm trying to combine the word jeans with these.
Jutes.
Jutes?
The jean boots.
The jeans?
No, so we could, now
The
that you
gyms.
two are here, if
The
you want,
gents.
if you guys want to for an hour or so, just
This
be
man
stupid
just
together.
looked at his wrist. For the record, this man just looked at his wrist while wearing no watch to check the fucking time,
I'm just a
like
silly
he's
little
Patrick
guy.
fucking Star.
I'm just a silly little guy. What can I say?
You're also fucking retarded.
I would say if we want to do the podcast with two guest stars, we can restart.
No.
Right?
No, Blyweiss doesn't want to hit the 3 buttons it would take to restart this fucking podcast.
Yeah, no, it's not that I don't want to hit the 3 buttons. I don't want to
It's
waste
not-
the 2 hours. No, Ellis, put my fucking bayonet down.
You know what's really funny is like I don't know if our viewers hit the end of every episode.
They don't. I've looked at the YouTube analytics. They don't.
When do they drop off at?
About like an hour.
Oh, so we can say whatever the fuck we... No, well, not whatever the fuck we want. I'm not giving Blyweiss and my...
No,
fuck.
actually, Dave, if you truly want an answer, it's closer to 30 minutes.
30 minutes and then people dip. Hey.
Well,
Fuck it,
you
maybe
guys still watch our stream. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe
Yeah, for
button.
everyone still watching, smash the like button! Like, come on! Fucking pulverize
After that, you leave.
pulverize the fucking like us-y button. I don't know, man. But yeah, no, you just exude brat energy.
That's fair.
That's nothing
That's
wrong
very
with that.
good. I wouldn't say I'm a bottom, but I'm definitely a support player.
That's me.
I need to know what that means. What does that mean? You're a
He's
support
a third
player.
party.
What, like get towels afterward and hold the camera kind of support player?
No. It's more like I'm very giving. I get off by getting other people off.
That's a pleasure, dog.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
I'm only having a good time if everybody's having a good time.
That's 100%.
I'm straight
And
up
I'm not that adventurous. By everybody,
Step-
I mean the one other female.
Step
that
Sergeant, I'm straight up not having a good time right now.
That sounds like yo fucking problem.
It is my problem.
Hey, if 3 people fucking's a threesome, this motherfucker handsome. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
When
no.
you say that,
yeah.
when he gets no
There's
bitches.
nothing
Very much so.
Oh yeah, you want to know?
Very much so. It's pleasure, Don. There's nothing.
Dave,
wrong with that.
remember how I said earlier?
I don't like that we're talking about sexual things and he just grabbed my shoulder.
Remember how I told you earlier that we were
Oh,
going
come
to
on,
get
me
back
too.
that we were going to get
Don't call me that.
that we were going to get back to the point of I almost off myself because of maidenless.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I was having a conversation with my mother in our hotel room in Massachusetts. She straight looked me dead in the eye. This is a 60-year-old woman, by the way.
Oh no.
Looked me straight in the eye and went, "Okay, maidenless." When I tell you, I almost jumped off our hotel roof. I almost jumped off our hotel roof.
I would have.
That hurt me.
Grandma said you got no
Damn.
bitches, bro.
My mother,
Mama said no bitches. Speaking of moms,
Oh, what's up with your mama, bro?
mom's doing well.
I'll
She's
stand.
doing
I
fantastic.
was
Still
wondering
married?
why my kid was on the floor, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is because you need to go.
Is your mom still
for
married?
the chair.
Yes. Damn. So mom is doing fantastic. However, there's a weird thing that I caught her on when I was home, because up until I got left for the army, it was very much like, don't get a bitch pregnant. You better never fucking have unprotected, like, you know, like the mom thing. And then, like, as soon as I fucking, like recently, it's, where's my grandbaby?
I was just about to bring that thing up.
It's like, where's my grandchild at? And it's like, Mom, you realize asking me that is telling me to go fuck.
Yeah, like
That's weird. Mom,
legit. My
That's
mother,
their way of saying no bitches.
no, because she knows I get bitches.
my mom
bitches
legit
that,
was like the other day we were at our house cooking, and she's just like, yeah, but I'm grandchildren, that's not important. And I'm like, Mom, you understand that less than a fucking week ago, you looked into my soul and went, no bitches? So that's a fucking Aaron problem. Aaron is my brother.
Or it's like, it's really fucking funny to me. Like my brother and my my future sister-in-law, they're getting married in September. I'm trying to get Patrick to go, right? Mm-hmm. She was very much like, I swear to God, Danny, you better not get this girl pregnant, like all this other shit. And then like as soon as like a year into the relationship, it's like, I can't wait for grandbabies. Look at these baby clothes I found. It's like, Mom, just adopt another dog, bro. I'm not trying to do that. I got shit to do. I got fucking D&D to play. I can't play D&D with a baby. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to use that motherfucker as a mini on the map? Like,
That's the BBEG.
yeah. And my mom's like, no, like, Dave, you're so good with kids, though. Like, yeah, I was good with my fucking cousins because I didn't have to keep them. Like,
fair.
yeah, as soon as I started fussing and as soon as I
I
started like fussing and crying, I gave them back to Auntie like, this one's broken, give me the other one. Like, I don't know.
If the instant someone ever tries to hand me like a small child, I'm just gonna go, no thanks, I'm eating vegetarian this week.
How many calories are in a baby?
Yes.
I did the math once. Hold
Hey
on.
guys, do you know what the worst part about a vegetable is?
The wheelchair. Yeah.
Yeah.
We already made that joke.
How many?
This man's straight up looking up how many calories are in a fucking baby.
Are in a.
Why you gotta specify?
Yeah, well, why you gotta go whispering on human baby?
Eating an entire baby offers about 12,823 calories.
That's a bulk,
That's a
Bulking
That's a bulk,
season.
son.
That's a good week of food on non-bulking.
But that's like, what was like a gram of uranium?
Something like 40 billion calories.
Uranium.
That's a bulk, son.
That's a bulk. I'm about to walk around looking big as hell because of the fucking mutations that riddle my body like Fallout.
Turns into the fucking Hulk.
You know, I understand that like fucking with a demon core is gonna be the most excruciating way to
Hey,
die.
shithead.
I love that. I'm just gonna get ripped apart at the atomic level. However, if there's if someone told me, hey, 50-50 shot you get superpowers or you die in the most painful way humans ever experienced, I'd probably do it.
Oh, for sure.
I want superpowers so bad, bro.
I've started like counting cards.
My-
Because the video's like, that guy died. They're up for a win. It's gotta be me.
That's what
I'm next. Get it.
Listen, 50-50, bro.
50-50 is 2 down, 1 up. Let's get it.
2 down, 1 up. Let's go.
Let's get it.
That is the attitude that lost me $3,000 at the casino once. That was a rough night.
In high school, one of the buddies on my hockey team,
Benny. I'm just.
I was like, I can't keep losing at this slot machine, bro.
Every fucking weekend, he would hit the casino, and I'm like, Benny, I'm just gonna like find you on the streets one day, dog. Find you on the streets, dude.
The only thing keeping me from going to the casino every weekend is the fact that people with cars won't let me go to the casino every weekend.
That's the same reason why I don't have food in my fridge.
You can reach out. We can find you a ride, bro. It don't gotta be just 3 beers and a block of cheese in your fridge anymore. You can live better than this, bro.
Hey.
Dude, that was me.
4 beers and a half a block of cheese.
I remember the saddest my fridge ever been. Because y'all know that shit that, like, single sad people do. You walk up, go to the fridge, open it. There's still, like, shit in there, but you want to check.
Yeah.
I opened it and I was like, oh, there's one thing in my fridge, and it's a receipt from Domino's a week ago when I still had money. And it's like, well, that's just nice.
No, I was looking at my fridge before leave, and all that was in there was 2 6-packs of Dos Equis, like 20 Diet Pepsis, and 3 cartons of egg whites.
I remember coming back from fucking from leave and like going into your room saying what's up, and I open the fridge for a drink, and it's just like by volume about half of it was Pepsi. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
I do drink a lot of Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. Gotta stay lean.
Pepsi, if you're hearing this, sponsor your boys.
On that note, yo, how was fun tonight? I will be leaving.
Dapping up with his left hand. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Sandman.
What's the runtime?
2 hours.
Yeah, I think we can wrap this up. Do we have a final Jeopardy topic before we wrap this up?
Oh, I can't leave now.
Yes,
no, guess we're not ending.
No, end it, but I gotta be in on this.
Final Jeopardy topic, rapid fire.
Fuck with my phone. Don't whip me.
That you like it.
That voice crack was a little sus, but don't whip me.
But where the fuck's my
That
phone?
gently.
I have no idea where the fuck.
Well, looks like Final Jeopardy's not gonna fucking happen.
Oh, I thought you guys already had a topic.
I thought we did, but this motherfucker stand up.
I swear to God, it's under my fat ass. It's not.
Is it in the bed?
It might be on my counter.
I swear we're trying to be good
It's
at this,
on my
folks.
coffee maker.
We're trying to be good at a podcast. We're only 3 episodes in. Cut us some slack.
These were like all of these fucking trash. Like, what's the fanciest restaurant you've ever eaten at? No, dog shit. What is something popular now that annoys you? Literally anything Gen Z does. And I say that as part of Gen Z.
The word Riz. I hate it. I hate it.
You know,
I that's all I want, man.
I'm the worst kind of person because I use Riz unironically.
That's just what I want.
I do too. And I hate it.
Like, this is all I want, man. This is all I want.
Oh, you have mommy issues.
For context, it's large anime women, large as in like taller, holding a young man.
Oh, and this is the pink one right next to it.
The fact that your TikTok is full of anime women and not how to make napalm disturbs me.
Oh, I have
Be
that.
normal.
Be normal.
Yeah, be normal.
The fact that you don't own a copy of Expedient Homemade Firearms concerns me.
So, something that's popular...
Oh, then I have this.
Oh, great.
Something... Blywise would like that one. Something...
I caught a panic Batman.
They do that thing, but... So, something that's popular now...
It's not an animal Batman.
There's no
laws against Pokemon Batman.
You know what I'm gonna do to this thing, Batman?
No joking, you can't. It's an animal.
I'm gonna do it!
No, it's not.
Something that I think... something that's popular nowadays that I hate... Hate's a strong word. But I have a lot of strong feelings towards things. I gotta pick one out.
Making fun of, like, the show Velma. The fucking show Velma is fucking stupid. I hate that shit.
I never understood, like, the hype around those fucking, how do I describe this? I guess the idea of, like, influencers once they reach a certain point, I don't get it. Like, the fact that, like...
I'm sorry.
But let's say like
my feet. I'm sorry about
let's
that.
take Logan Paul for example. He's fucking untouchable. this man has done some brain dead, really insensitive shit and gets away with it because he has a massive following. Something that's popular nowadays, I guess it would be more the people who are popular nowadays having immunity because they're seen as gods and not the men and women that they are. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's why I don't use Twitter, basically.
There's this fucking YouTuber, I can't remember who they were, but they were being like super fucking transphobic, and they made one apology video, and then their fan base was like, oh, they said sorry, they must mean it, and then let them off fucking free.
Yo.
I guess the idea of accountability only being for the unpopular.
If a law can be... what was it? If the punishment for breaking the law is a fine, that law is meant to only enforce on poor people.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's also like, let's take fucking, who's that bald-headed fuck that got in trouble in, like, Bosnia or wherever the fuck?
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, let's take him, for example, right? The idea that because he is an influencer and all that good shit, like the shit he got in trouble with, his fans are using that as a means of getting attention to him as a person instead of holding him accountable for his actions. And I guess just the grip that these people have on the uneducated masses. Like, you could, much like Andrew Tate with his with some of his ideologies, I don't know everything about because I don't fucking watch him, but like from what I've seen of him, you say the wrong couple things and you're making extremists. It is unfiltered fucking propaganda that is unregulated. I mean, you have this fucking guy out here saying that, like, oh, you know, he treats his women as property and he's a baller and he has all this money and stuff. People are like, oh, well, I want to be a baller, I want money, so I'm going to treat women as property. That's a fucking violent way of thinking. That is an unchecked, unregistered fucking... It's breeding the shittiest kind of people, and it's unchecked because, haha, funny memes about him or whatever. People don't
haha,
take it seriously.
funny memes, haha, private company on which the platform is being run by.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know. And I don't understand how, right, people like him could have such a big fucking following on YouTube. I mean, of course he got struck down. Mm-hmm. But the idea that he went unchecked for as long as he did...
To build that following.
While people like Corey Kenshin, right, are getting demonetized even though he hasn't sworn in a video. Because he plays shooter game. Because he played a somewhat violent video game. Like, you're
or people like Gorantham and Brandon Herrera getting struck down because they're teaching people how to be safe and good with firearms.
Yeah, it's the idea of you're striking... It seems to me like these fucking Mondo corporations are striking down everything useful and then letting, like, just rampant evil be a fucking thing.
Because they're trying to breed that evil to make sure that the world doesn't advance. Honestly, I'm in that camp of, at some point, there is a level of, they are doing this purposefully as a propaganda tool to keep the people down. To keep the good and righteous down.
It's like, not to fucking say that I'm a content creator. I'm not. I put stupid TikToks up and I get likes.
Yeah, I have, after this, 5 videos on my YouTube.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I have like 7,000 followers, but it's people like me who are stupid and laugh at my stupid content. But the idea that I know for a fact that I will never be as fucking huge as some of these people for the simple fact that I'm never going to be controversial enough. Mm-hmm. It's like bad morals is good business, it seems like, which seems like a really fucked up way of running shit.
It is, because the people with bad morals are the people running the shit.
Mm-hmm. Or like, say you have people on TikTok who are just doing like, oh, cute little cooking videos and stuff like that. They never get the fucking likes, but you get these fucking, like, I've seen a couple fucking actual neo-Nazis with millions and millions of followers, and it's like, I don't know. How are you striking my videos about the military because my rifle is in there, but you have people literally talking about wanting to sexually assault people, and they're getting views for it?
Yep.
Like, what kind of evil fucking world do we live in?
As I said,
where that bad
what was it? Episode 1, YouTube, you are not the good guys, you are the bad guys.
100%. And it's like, I don't know, man.
And that still stands. YouTube, you are not the good guys.
Like, so I made a video on TikTok making fun of, like, quote unquote those kind of Norse pagans, and by that I mean the white trash scum that use Norse paganism as an excuse to be racist. Mm-hmm. I made a video calling these people out, and one person said some really fucked up shit in my comments, so I reported and blocked him. Mm-hmm. He then reported me for hate speech, and I got my channel struck and almost fucking taken down. I had to fight tooth and fucking nail for that channel to stay up. But his channel has hundreds of followers, hundreds of likes per video, spreading hate.
Yep.
I don't know.
I know you're not from the Great Lakes region, but I want to invite you to a Discord server.
Okay. Can I make fun of people for being from the East Coast?
I mean, that's just basically me and the other 5 people from New York, so...
Oh, fair enough.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I'm...
But, honestly, like...
Just touch...
Sorry, we had to fucking deal with some weird audio shit as well. I realized that it was getting a bit too loud, so hopefully it should be better. If not, fuck it.
If not, our apologies. Massive headphone warning. Yeah, no, I mean, when you preach on your platform that you're all-inclusive and you have these rules and balances and checks, as you should, to keep people safe, but you're allowing blatant homophobia, racism, white supremacy, fucking transphobia, all that good, quote-unquote good shit, by that I mean bad shit, obviously. When you're allowing hate to breed, you are worse than the hateful people. Because you lie about it.
You're not just lying about it, you are the tool in which they use.
Because you see, if I see a fucking skinhead with swastika tattoos...
Hands on sight.
Hands on sight. At least he's honest about it.
Yeah, at least he's honest about it.
It's you fucking people out. It's you people out there who are in charge of these massive fucking corporations that allow this shit to happen while preaching that you're trying to fix it. That I hate, hate more than the fucking evil people, because you're evil enough to be smart about it and lie. Why? Why the fuck? This is going over 2 hours because I'm rambling and I'm sorry about it, but fuck, man. Shit makes no sense.
Well, I think that is a good and, if not great, important and somber note to end on. That
just last words from me for this episode, man. For those of you out there who are fighting the good fight, for those of you out there who are like small-time fucking content creators who are trying to be good, just keep being good. Because even if you don't make it fucking huge, like these other shitheads, even if you don't get the fucking bad publicity is still good publicity, fucking ideology, never fucking fall to that. Keep being good. There's not a lot of good in this world. And I fucking pray that the people out there who are stay that way.
Keep fighting that good fight. Stay strong. Keep it going. This has been Upstate.
Peace out from Viking. Dewey's there too.
Dewey's Present. And we'll catch
As
you all in the
always.
next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe.